guys, you are tuned in to Mike in the Night. We're going to get the stream just set up here for you guys real quick. In a heartbeat, we're going to get this done for you guys as we set up the show here. We're having troubles with intro music and getting flagged for copyrights, even though we are being allowed to use people's music. So it's going to be an interesting Mike in the Night tonight, guys. I'm pretty excited for this. And just trying to see if the live stream is coming up. Here it is. It takes a while for it to jump up here. But here we are, folks. I'm going to share this with our followers here, guys. If you want to join the email group so you don't miss an episode of Mike in the Night, it's Mike Martins 1980. It's Mike Martins 1980 at gmail.com. You can go ahead and do that right there, and you'll be on the list so we could email you guys. All right, we're gonna just send this out here real quick, and just so you guys know, join the email list, and we will email you. We used to have intro music, but every time we play intro music, it doesn't matter what intro music we play, we get flagged by YouTube and Facebook for the music. So we're just not going to use music anymore because it's just causing us issues here on the channel, because they've been trying to get rid of us for the last 15 years here. And after 21 YouTube suspensions and everything, and constantly battling with them, how other people are allowed to say certain things, and then we can't say certain things, but others can. You know, that started. You know, we started getting lawyers involved in this and looking at this and saying, this is complete discrimination. Why some people could say something and some people can't. And guys, that all goes back to controlled information distribution we've been telling you guys about. And controlled information distribution is a real deal. All right, guys, it's Mike in the Night, 638. Oh, yeah, 638. Here we are, guys. I think we're on season 30. I don't even know. All right, guys, here we go. And everything is just slow motion here on my side. Everything's moving like there goes, finally, the soundboard. The soundboard took a whole 7 to 10 seconds to load up. And guys, welcome, and I bid you all good morning, good evening, and good night. Today is February 23rd, 2026. Welcome to episode 638, and we are on week 9 of 2026. We are on week 9 of 2026. Sorry, guys, there's like a billion things going on at the same time, so just trying my best here to keep it all under wrap here. Okay, it is the 9th week of 2026, and we are on, what are we on, guys? We're on season 34, episode 9 of Mike in the Night. That's how long it's been going on for here. And now I bid you all good morning, good evening, and good night wherever you're watching this transmission. Whether you're watching us from your condo in the sky, or a camper or cabin in the woods, or your hotel room in Mexico, or relaxing on your lazy boy, or some cabin somewhere who knows where, or a condo in the sky, people of the night, welcome to Mike in the Night. It is 3 a.m. and something is moving you. And I want to thank you guys all for being here, being part of the channel, liking and subscribing all these years. And we are still here now. We are still here. And we got Eduardo on the ground in Mexico. And he's in a zone, is he in a danger zone? Well, we're going to find out. We'll get Eduardo on the show in a bit here for Mike in the Night. And we got people joining us in the live chat now here. And, all right, guys, let's go over this real quick, guys. Don't forget to join our email, MikeMartins1980 at gmail.com. And guys, for legal purposes, viewer discretion is advised, 21 years and older. This show is for entertainment purposes only. Fact check and do your own research. This is Section 18 U.S. Code 2257 for Mike in the Night. Woo! Yeah. All right. So let's kick it off, guys. So let's go into a quick channel plug, and then we're going to go into some headlines, and then we're going to go into bringing in some callers. So again, we got Eduardo that's going to be coming on the show. He's stranded in Mexico. I don't know if he's stranded or he's in his vacation, and this whole disruption happened while he was in Mexico, right? So All right, guys, if you want to buy your boy a coffee, guys, thank you, guys. You can support me here. Buy me a coffee. Let me just copy that link there. Let me copy that link and give that to you guys there. If you guys want to buy your boy a coffee, go ahead. Do that if you choose to. And we don't get paid to be here, guys. And, guys, we just passed 101,000 subscribers on YouTube. No, 102,000 subscribers on YouTube. 102,000. And, guys, I'm not bragging. 21 YouTube suspensions. 21. I made videos for all of them. 21 YouTube suspensions. 2007 videos taken down. Heck, they take down videos every week of mine. When somebody of importance wants to say something today, they scour the internet. They're like, well, this fucking guy. Who is this guy? Why is he saying this for? Delete my video from 7-8 years ago. Let them put up their video from today. And everyone's like, oh, look what he said. It's like, we said it 7, 8, 9, 10 years ago. Those guys get the money. We don't get nothing. And then, guys, I'll update you on the button. I am not receiving a YouTube button. They already have informed me 2 times, actually 3 times, that I will not be receiving a YouTube button because I am not, what did they say? They keep saying something. They keep saying, I am not credible. So they won't be sending me a YouTube button. So we will not be receiving a button on YouTube, which is fine. That's okay. I've been disallowed from a lot of things my whole life, so it's nothing new. And guys, Facebook is on fire, guys. We are getting all the traction here on Facebook, and there's our backup Facebook page for emergencies, Mike in the Night. Don't forget to follow that one. And Instagram, guys, if you want to call into the show, I'll give you guys the link here, and then you could send me a message request, and then I'll go ahead and approve you guys. And TikTok, we dodged another bullet again. They want us off of TikTok. Boy. They don't like us here on TikTok. So TikTok is kind of floating right now, so we don't know what's going to happen with that. And if you want all the episodes of Mike, or most of the episodes of Mike of the Nights, go to mikeofthenight.org, and it will take you to all these episodes of the show. Great shows, great people, great callers from all over the world that contributed to the show and making it what it is. And if you guys want to go super dark, all right, my screen goes dark here because it's Odyssey, and Odyssey takes forever to load. But if you go to Mike in the Night, all episodes on Odyssey, you'll find really dark episodes of Mike in the Night here. This is from 2020. Mike in the Night 366, vaccines don't work. They will kill you. It's all a lie. There's no pandemic. Governments don't want to take accountability. And that's what it's all about, folks. Accountability. And governments don't want to take any accountability. All right, guys, you're tuning into Mike in the Night, episode 638 here tonight with you guys. All right. Yeah, they're ticked that I talked, or they're pissed that I talked or said something, and it's all controlled information distribution. Controlled information distribution means absolutely nothing right now in our timeline. In this timeline we are in right now, CID means nothing. Right? CID means absolutely nothing. It's years after, 70, 80 years from now, CID is going to be important. Because then they're going to be analyzing how the information was unloaded and how people were allowed to take in information at a certain time in certain intervals through time, right? So CID means nothing today. Oh, we got PDS 10 there on. He's on Humble. He's on Rumble. All right. Okay. Guys, don't forget to send your message requests. I give you the link there for that there if you want to come on the show. We got Eduardo that's going to come on. Arguably the second or third most important guy you'll ever meet in your life. He'll come on. So we got Steve Kelly saying, I just found you not long ago and loved the content. Thanks, buddy. Thanks for being here and liking and subscribing. Go back to Mike in the Night. When you're really bored, go to mikeofthenight.org. Go back and watch old stuff. Go back. But heavily viewer discretion is advised. Heavily. very heavily. Viewer discretion is advised. And people keep messaging me all the time, Mike, oh, how do we fix Canada? You need to fix the underlying cancer. Oh, we're going to have a revolting, we're going to have a this, we're going to have a, what do you call it, a revolution, and we're going to fix Canada. You'll never fix Canada unless you fix the underlying cancer. Okay, we're going to get rid of the politicians and put new ones in. That's not your underlying cancer. The underlying cancer is the Chinese money laundering and fentanyl that destroyed your country. In 2010, the Chinese from 2010 to 2024 March, the Chinese laundered $2.4 to $2.6 trillion in your real estate. That's not including farmland and commercial building. That's other trillions of dollars, right? So I get that message a lot. We got to fix. What do we do? You got to get. You have to do a forensic audit on the country. You got to go back from January 1st, 2010 to March 2024, and every dime that came into the country, predominantly 99.9999% of that money that came into the country came from China, and when it did, it bought real estate. And when it did, it left it empty. Majority. That's why we're sitting on probably 3.9 million empty homes right now. We were reporting in what was happening in Canada in 2017, and they already had 1.9 million empty homes owned by Chinese. And then when you can't afford to live, you can't afford your food, and then the price of your utilities go up, right? And the Chinese don't want to pay taxes. So then your taxes go up to pay for the taxes they don't want to pay, right? So you got to get rid of the cancer first in your country, right? Once you get rid of the cancer, then and do a forensic audit, you could clean the country up properly, right? Until then, you can't do fuck all. I don't know. That's a good question. Diablo's asking me, how many Chinese soldiers do you think Canada will bring in or get in? They'll bring in probably 10, 20,000, maybe 30,000 Chinese soldiers. We told you guys that Canada is going to be bringing in, there's the federal budget to bring in foreign soldiers to come in. Then the next day, they made the announcement. So there it is right there. Kind of reminds me of the time I warned you guys they're going to freeze bank accounts. 2 days later, they froze everyone's bank account that was involved with the trucker convoy. We warned everybody. Kind of reminds me of the time when there was going to be a falling out between Elon Musk and Donald Trump. I told you guys a year before there's going to be a falling out between Donald Trump and Elon Musk. Everyone called me clickbait boy. Fast forward 9 months after, it happened. Kind of reminds me of the time when I told you guys that they're going to call a snap election at the height of the pandemic and the liberals are going to win. 7 months after the snap election, they found several 100,000 uncounted ballots, just like we told you. It's kind of funny, eh? But it takes a Joe Rogan to say something. So the only time anything matters is when Joe Rogan steps up, says something, and everyone's, oh, shit, Joe Rogan just said something. It's like, yeah, but the damage is already done. When all these influencers come here for the money, especially after 2020, all these influencers came after 2020, the money, and if they were allowed to speak, which a lot of them were, got the money, right? So you got to be really careful who you're getting your information from. I'm your neighbor. I'm your coworker. I'm your friend. I'm your mama. I'm your daddy. I'm that in the alley. I'm the brother that you need. A true player, right? You know me, I'm your friend, your main boy till the end. That's what I am. I don't get paid to be here. I don't get paid nothing to be here. I actually costs me money to be here. Okay? You start looking at the people that make money. Start looking at the channels you're following on YouTube and on these platforms. When did they show up? Why are they here? Why are they telling us what we already know? Why? All right. Alrighty, let's go into some headlines. So we got Eduardo, and maybe I'll save this whole Mexico thing for Eduardo when he comes on the show. He's I think he's stranded in Mexico. So we'll get with them in a few seconds, in a few minutes here, once I go through a bit of headlines here. We don't got a lot of headlines, so let's get to it, guys. So, all right, guys, let's go into let's head over to Canada here. Let's head over to Canada. Most Canadian provinces see home price rise to hit record highs. So let's go to the record highs. Here they are right here. Home prices climb in most Canadian provinces. So Nova Scotia, Quebec, Newfoundland, and then Alberta is minimal. And then all these provinces here, Ontario, BC, all this is all... Okay, let's tell you guys why. Money laundering from China destroyed and unbalanced Canadian residential markets. Here's the Canadian estimated money laundering by province. This was up until 2015. This is in the billions of dollars. So when I tell you guys, well, they laundered trillions of dollars, Chinese laundered trillions. Yeah, they did. They laundered trillions. And here it is by province, right? There's Atlantic Canada low. But why? What happened? What happened? So after 2015 to 2016, watch this. We covered this. See? Canadian weekly housing wrap-up, Vancouver to Nova Scotia. So money was moving, the Chinese money was moving from Vancouver to Nova Scotia because of the foreign buyer's tax. Vancouver properties lost $90 billion. Nova Scotia on fire. You see? All Chinese money. Big Chinese money was moving out there. Here we go. Chinese money laundering is taking over Eastern Canada, PEI, and Nova Scotia. And we warned you guys about this. Don't get into any of this. It's a complete trap. You're going to buy in to the bidding wars. You're going to buy in, and your real estate agents are saying, if you don't buy anything now, you'll never afford anything in your life. You'll be bought out of the market forever. And that's what they said for years. And here we are now. Now, you can't give your place away. Nobody wants it. There's an oversupply on the market. It's like we told you. The video's up. It's going to start in Toronto. Then it's going to go to the greater Toronto area. And then it's going to move east and west up to Quebec, Nova Scotia. Then it's going to go west through Manitoba, Saskatchewan, Alberta, all the way to BC. Everyone's houses are going to be worth 70 to 80% less than what they bought them for. Because you bought when we told you not to buy, because it's a trap. It's all a trap. And a lot of people bought in. And a lot of people, there was a lot of divorces, a lot of people separating, a lot of people fighting. Oh, you don't want to buy? And then you go to parties and everyone's talking at the parties. Oh, I own a house too. Yeah, I own a house. I could buy that same house in Alabama for 30 grand. And you pay $2 million for it. What the fuck do you know? And that's the problem with this. And this is the problem. You try to warn people, calculate your total debt surface ratio. Calculate your TDS. Calculate this. Make sure you could afford food when they raise rates. There's 100 videos about that we made. Oh, no, they're not going to raise rates. Right there. Right the fuck there. Now you can't afford food. Now you can't sell your property. Nobody wants your property because it's only worth 60 grand for your one bedroom, not 600. You got screwed. And the only way to fix the country is to fix the cancer. You need to do a forensic audit from 2010 of all the Chinese money that came in from 2010 to March 2024. And then get all the money out of the real estate. That's all dirty money from China. Then you get the money out of the corporate and the corporations and the whole corporate, corporate buildings and stuff that they bought. Retail. And then go after the farms that the Chinese own in Canada. And that's why we kept warning Americans, wake up, America. Iraq's not your threat. Canada is. So here we are now. Now people can't afford to buy food. People can't afford, because food needed to catch up. Your wages never kept up with the money laundering from China. And that's what we've been trying to warn you guys for years. Now here we are now. Here we are now. All right. BlackRock is buying up distressed mortgages in Toronto now. Do you actually think that government will allow housing to fall 70 to 80%? It has to. The government's build... Okay. Let me reread the question again. I got to calm myself down here. Do you actually think the government will let housing fall 70, 80%? The government needs to reverse. You know when you put your car in reverse? And get the hell out of the housing market. We've been saying that for 15 years now. Get out of the housing market. Leave it on autopilot. Rates go up, prices go down, jobs go down, employment goes down, there's no more work, price of housing adjusts, wages and incomes tied to real estate prices. Governments have no business being in housing. Zero. But bring in the Chinese money laundering. $2.4 to $2.6 trillion since 2010. Governments have no business in anything real estate. Period. So if you tie wages and incomes, because our taxes are going up, your food's going up. We told you that cities are going to be going bankrupt because governments are going to be going bankrupt. Cities will turn into empty shells. We used to call that, you know what we call that? The skyscraper dark ages. Skyscraper dark ages. Go look it up on my channel. We've been talking about the skyscraper dark ages for years. All these Canadian cities are turning into empty shells because of Chinese money laundering and bidding wars and artificial shortages and fentanyl. All the fentanyl coming in. From where? China. So here we are now, folks. Would the governments allow it? Stop tying your economy to housing. Start exporting, start fabricating, start producing, start getting Canadians back to work, and stop with this bullshit wage subsidies for Indians and people from other countries and giving them jobs. Why don't we do this? Why don't we give the wage subsidy to the Indians and all the other countries to build the highways, to build the parking lots, to build the buildings, so then the Europeans could come in and go get the jobs, nice, clean office jobs, right? Bullshit. This is complete bullshit we're living in. So, all right, let's move on. All right, President Trump declares National Angel Family Day, honoring victims of illegal alien crime. There it is right there. Look at that. Look at that. So nice. So we keep telling you guys, don't take sides. Just let things happen and kind of watch it as it goes. That's really nice, right? If anything, whenever they create a group like Black Lives Matter, Every Child Matters, all these groups that they create is to go against the Catholics, the Christians, the people that fought wars for this country, the people that built this country, the people that created the economy for this country, the people that did everything to try and put food on your table and make your lives easier and brought over sanitation. Unfortunately, those are the people that are not. So it's good to see something that ties to something Christian, angel. And Melania Trump is actually, I found out, I didn't even know this, she's Catholic too. I'm a Roman Catholic, so. But all I'm saying is just, there it is right there. There it is, man. Meta's controversial AI patent, keeping the dead alive on social media. What does this mean, folks? Well, here it is. This is kind of interesting. Meta patented a system where AI could simulate deceased users by generating posts, comments, and messages in their voice, trained on their past activity, raising ethical concerns about digital resurrection. Despite holding the patent led by CTO, Meta claims it has no plans to implement the future through technology exists and aligns with broader grief tech trends. That's crazy. So it's almost like the dead will continue to exist through social media some way, somehow. That's so weird. All right, so we got Trump orders UFO files released as secret Air Force jet spotted near Area 51. And President Donald Trump announced plans to declassify government files related to extraterrestrial life, UFOs, and UAPs, framing it as a move against deep state secrecy and institutional corruption. Trump criticized former President Barack Hussein Obama for joking about aliens on a podcast, accusing him of mishandling classified information, while Trump emphasized his own push for transparency, right? So let's see what happens with that. We'll keep you guys updated on that. And Iran to the U.S. Sanctions and war failed. Try diplomacy and respect. And Hungary vetoes. Hungary vetoes 90 billion euro loan for the Ukraine. It has also blocked the EU's 20th package of sanctions on Russia amid an oil supply row with Kiev. So Hungary has blocked the EU's proposed $90 billion. Good job. Block that money laundering. Block that money laundering. And it's kind of funny, guys, when you go on all those social... Somebody emailed me this morning and said, hey, Mike, you know, I've been following this guy, this social media influencer since 2022, is new, but he's really famous and everybody likes him. And he was, Russia bad, Ukraine good, Russia bad, Ukraine good. And you were telling people not to take sides, that this was all money laundering from day one. And I'm like, and I replied to the email, said, well, thank you for acknowledging and knowing. Don't take sides, because, you know, like remember Benny Hill? He used to say, don't assume, because you'll make an ass out of you and me, right? So don't take sides. Watch the show go by. You want to take sides? Take the side of God. Take the side of Jesus. Take the side of your family. That's the side you take. All right. Former UK ambassador Peter arrested over alleged leak to Epstein. So... all these people are going to start going to jail or getting put away. Robert De Niro! Robert De Niro! Woo! Robert De Niro calls for violent Marxist uprising to seize power from Trump elections. Forget about it. So this guy's a whack job. This guy's losing his mind. This guy has no idea if he's tricking or treating. I don't know who this guy is anymore. I don't even watch his movies anymore. He's basically destroyed his legacy for life. So, Europe planning to recruit migrants for national defense. So you think it's, you know, Canada, we played the video, and I'll play the video again because I got a lot of problems from a lot of people messaging me about that video. A lot of problems, you know. And the next day, everything happened like I said. Yeah. Woo! Okay, so Europe is planning to recruit migrants for national defense. So Canada's looking for, I guess, professionals that they're going to pay six-figure incomes to. They're not going to hire their own people, but they're going to hire, they're trying to help international. But Europe, yeah, good job. Woo! Oh yeah, you're talking right here. You're talking about, oh man, you're talking about you're talking about where, I'm just trying to find this little clip here. Where are you?
You're talking about all man.
Oh yeah. So there it is. Europe is going to be getting migrants for national defense to murder the European proper. What do you think it's for? To kill. You think these rats give a shit about the Europeans that built the country and fought the wars for? They don't give a rat's ass about them. They'll go door to door and shoot families up and kill them. That's what they're going to do. Fuckers. So, all right, I'm gonna play a little clip here. It's in Portuguese though, but it's something that's kind of important because Africa wants China out of Africa. Get the fuck out of Africa. Because for China was for many years propagandizing that the Chinese treat the Africans better than the colonial powers. Bullshit. Bullshit. When the Portuguese were there, it was a party in Africa. No segregation. Beautiful buildings, condos. We played the videos for you guys. We played thousands of videos for you guys showing you guys Portuguese Africa. Then the Portuguese left. It turned into a hellhole. So watch what this lady has to say here. Pay attention.
Ocupou o nosso país, se instalaram em todo o canto do país.
The Chinese have come into our country, Angola. This is Angola, Portuguese Africa. Listen.
Estão a explorar o nosso país. Em que lugar vamos ficar? Povo angolano, abrem as vistas. Povo angolano.
Open your eyes, people.
Tudo quando passou nos nossos antepassados, eles também ficaram desesperados, ficaram aflitos da maneira que nós estamos aflitos. E aconteceu o que aconteceu e ainda pode acontecer porque estamos cansados.
People are getting tired of this shit.
O povo angolano está cansado porque o estrangeiro vem explorar o nosso país, principalmente os chineses.
Chinese. That means Chinese.
E eles são racistas.
And they're racists.
No país deles não aceitam meter uma cidade de Angola. E por que é no nosso país que tem que fazer uma cidade da China? Nós não queremos cidade da China.
We don't want shit to do with China. And your little guy Mike, there's my documentary. When did we do this damn thing? We did this on July 12, 2016. We made a documentary. It's in Portuguese. Africa for sale, and there's the Chinese investment in Africa, and there's Portuguese Africa, Angola. We covered all this for you guys. We told you guys. China is the biggest fucking rat cancer in the world. They get the nice office jobs. They don't build the offices. They get the nice office jobs while the people of the country are outside begging for food and water and for money. There it is. So this was look at this. July 12th, 2016, I was already warning people. This is my documentary I made here. There's me talking here, trying to explain what is going on in this documentary and how Cuba went in to invade Portuguese Africa para buscar e controlar o país. And Cuba went in there to take over Portuguese Africa and completely destroy everything. If they wanted the green, all passive, everyone live together world, they should have just left Portuguese Africa alone. Everyone was living there. There was no problems. Portuguese left in the 70s. All hell broke loose. Now the Chinese go in and fuck it up even more. Well, the Portuguese didn't fuck anything up. It's after the Portuguese left, everything got fucked up. And then now the Chinese are in there fucking raping the country of all its minerals and resources. Yep. All right. So there's a small video I want to, just a short I made earlier today, because I want to address, I got a lot of hate in a video I made, because I was telling people that Canada was going to hire foreigners to join the Canadian Armed Forces. And a lot of people took a lot of hate towards it. They really took it very personal, and they really deflected a lot of hate towards me. And I'm going to play the video right now. It explains everything. It's only a minute long. On Ash Wednesday, that was February 18, 2026, we made a video that got a lot of attention and a lot of messages were sent my way. There it is, February 18, 2026. It was Ash Wednesday. There's the ashes on my head. Here's the video. Listen to what I say here at the beginning.
Carney unveils a $6.6 billion military defense plan. That's up to 125,000 jobs expected. You know what that means? More government jobs for foreigners, and your taxes go up. Why? Why is he doing this?
So, I got a lot of shellac for this video because, well, they're going to hire foreigners to be part of the Canadian military. That's just how it works in Canada. Oh, and people were messaging me and bombarding me and saying, oh, Mike, there's so many homeless and so many people that could be going to the military, so many people, war vets that could go back, people that have intelligence that know. They're not going to hire any of those people. No, people arguing, bombarding me with messages saying, you're very un-Canadian and blah, blah, blah. They'll never hire foreigners and blah, blah, blah. And you know what? That was February 18th, February 19th. And there it is right there. On February 19th, it was announced that they're going to be hiring foreigners from all over the world to join the Canadian military. And we told you this, and we made you this video here the day before to tell you about the civil unrest. And this has happened many times on the channel, where we told you they're going to lock down and freeze Canadians' bank accounts. 2 days later, they froze the accounts. I warned you guys. The video got 30 views. Nobody cared about what I had to say. But have some faith in some of us that don't get paid to be on social media. Because we're here to put out a message to make sure you get the message and understand what is going on. Do you know why she announced that on the 19th? It's because my video went out and I was already telling everybody that they're not going to hire the homeless or people that need jobs. They're going to hire foreigners. So when civil unrest kicks off in Canada, they know what to do to us. Mike Martin's here. So there it is right there, folks. Woo! Woo-hoo! Yeah! So just wanted to put that out there for you guys. And you know, one thing I get a lot here, and it's really, really scary. One thing I get a lot here is really scary, is a lot of messages of people sending me links to news. Look what this guy's saying. Look what this guy's talking about. I look at it, I'm like, we talked about that 8 years ago. We talked about that 5 years ago, 4 years ago. It's like, why is this coming out now? Why wasn't the information important when it mattered before the damage was caused? Now the damage is caused, and then someone's talking about, oh, a condo was crashing. You're going to see this. You're going to see that. Where were these people warning people not to buy anything? Oh, I'm telling people now they made a mistake. Who gives a rat's ass? You're supposed to tell people and warn them and educate them. Now all these people are making big bucks. Big bucks. Talking about condo crash in Toronto, housing crash in Toronto. It's the people that warned the people. Those people don't count. We don't count. If you warned something about somebody and you were very persistent on it, nobody cares. It's the people that tell you after the damage is done that make the money. Right? Those are plague doctors coming in and trying to make money. All right. Sorry, guys, if you hear some odd silences here, it's because of reading your comments here live. If you're listening to us on replay, thanks for being here. Yeah, but people find out when they see the headlines. There were headlines already. Like, there were headlines. We were telling people you're over-leveraging, you're paying too much, you're competing with Chinese money laundering. The headlines were already there. Right? So, we go to my channel here. It's a trap. Like, you go to my channel here, type in, it's a trap. Here it is. Tons of videos. First-time homebuyers, don't buy. It's a trap. You will lose your equity. You will use your equity to eat. When rates rise, it's over. 6 years ago. Serious housing discussion. It's a trap. Don't come to Canada. It's a trap. Canadians struggle. Housing crisis 6 years ago. It's a trap. In New Zealand, housing. Don't buy anything. Fake real estate market 7 years ago. Now real estate in New Zealand is in lots of problems right now. Stop borrowing money. It's a trap. More people can't pay. Debt trap. Eating people alive. It's a trap. Toronto condo buyers beware. Major financial impacts ahead as they raise rates. 7 years ago! 7 years ago! Debt trap. Yep. Escape from the GTA. Don't buy anything. It's a trap. It's all going to be underwater. 7 years ago. It doesn't... Yeah, so... Yeah, but people are now telling you today, after the damage is done. And I don't even get paid to be here. Woo! Yeah. All right. Okay, let's get Eduardo on the phone here. What the hell is happening down there in Mexico? Let's get Eduardo. Let's see if he picks up the phone.
Hello.
Eduardo.
Yep, let me turn on my camera.
All right, Eduardo's here. in Mexico, on the ground, reporting for Mike in the Night. Hold on, give me a second here. Give me a segundo. Okay.
Hey, I'm not alone.
Oh, you're with Bubba?
Bubba.
Okay, there's Eduardo
Yeah.
down there on the ground in Mexico, and he's going to update us. What is going on the ground in Mexico?
Well, I don't know if you've heard all the fake news, but there's bombs going off. The town's burning. All the planes have been blown up. Bubba's chasing cats. Let me see if we can get Bubba working on this cat here. Bubba, leave the cat alone. Come say hi. Come on,
So you're
hey.
on the ground in Mexico. How far are you from the danger zone or the zone of pain?
I'm pretty much right in the middle of it, Mike.
Oh, okay.
Or I was.
So you're in Jalisco.
Yeah, Jalisco is a province. I'm right
I
in the
know
middle
that,
of Puerto
yeah.
Vallarta.
Yeah. Okay, I just want to make sure. Okay, so everything looks pretty calm. Lots of nice cars, man. Shit, there's better cars on the street than there is parked on my street here in Canada.
Yeah.
Yeah, people
So
are paying their mortgages. Their $3 million house that's worth 40 grand here in Canada.
Well, taxes are only, what, a couple $100 a year, right? Property
Yeah.
tax?
Yeah, it's different. Yeah.
There's this guy, hotel, his car's driving. I'm on a side street about 6-7 blocks away from the ocean.
Mm-hmm.
Bubba, come. She's
So
not afraid
what are
of
they
cars. You
telling
gotta be
us
real
on the
careful with
news
this one.
that you're not seeing over there?
Look, yesterday morning around 8 o'clock in the morning, look, check these guys out. Does it look like a fucking war zone? These people are just hanging out on the street, chilling. They're playing with their dog. Hotel's open. Doors are wide open. Lights are all on. Nobody's hiding from nothing. There's nothing going on here.
Mm-hmm.
Now, yesterday morning, they started lighting up some buses on the road and put in some blockades. These guys don't look like they're too afraid of anything happening. Like, if there was something seriously going on, wouldn't people be hiding? It's over. It's done with. The military went and got, forget the guy's name. Forget the guy's name. Two of the main cartel guys that run Jalisco province.
Mm-hmm.
These people just chilling on their phones. This guy even left his door open.
Yeah, it's for good luck.
Yeah, like the place is just on fire. Don't you see it all?
Yeah.
There's nothing
and
going
they're saying
on,
there's several thousand Canadians trapped there?
Yeah, right. Even the cats are chilling out. Okay, I'm going to go onto a bigger street. Guy over there playing tunes in his truck. They're really hiding out, eh?
Yeah,
See all
everyone's
the
hiding out.
fires? Okay, let's go to the area fire department. It's right here on my right. See where that big bright light is in the screen? So there's not really a lot of traffic. People are just pretty chilled out. But people are out and about. It's what, 8-9 o'clock right now?
Mm-hmm.
It's like a residential area. A little bit of mixed commercial. So this is the fire department. So all the Sea-Doos are here, all the cars are back, all the trucks are parked, ready to go. No one's in a rush. You know, even the cops are chilling out. Habla Anglais?
I
You
can
wanna
speak,
go
I can
live
speak
on Mike
Spanish
in the
to him.
Night?
I can speak Spanish.
No problem today.
Espanol? Here.
Yep.
Here, you want to talk
Yeah.
Espanol? Yeah, sí,
Hola.
from Canada.
Ok, dime.
Mira, estás diciendo aquí en las noticias que hay como una guerra mundial que está pasando ya en México, mas
No, esto pasó porque hubo una detención de un criminal. Entonces, esto fue como una represalia hacia el gobierno. El día de hoy estuvo todo bien, todo tranquilo. Los locales están abriendo, el transporte también está pasando, todo está bien. Solamente el problema fue el día de ayer, no ningún problema.
Ok, porque en
Pero
las
no hay
noticias,
ninguna,
en Canadá, aquí en las noticias, está mostrando como todo está quemando, todo está...
no, sí, sí, pero no es una guerra, es solamente como una represalia hacia el gobierno, pero no es una guerra ni nada, pero hasta ahorita
Ok,
aquí en Jalisco, bueno, en Vallarta está controlada la situación.
ok, bueno, ya, porque está diciendo que los vuelos están parados y la gente está
Pues
atrapados
el día
acá.
de, bueno, aquí en Vallarta hoy se activaron los vuelos, vimos y aterrizar y también que despegaran aviones sin ningún problema, pero aquí en Vallarta está todo bien. En otros lugares del país o en otras ciudades desconozco cómo está la situación, pero aquí está todo tranquilo.
Ok, hermano, gracias.
De nada.
Okay, so Mike, you gotta translate this for our English-speaking
Nothing's going on. It
viewers.
was just something between the government and the people of the cartel. Staged something for a couple of hours. They shut it down. The flights are back up again and running. Everything's back to normal. It was just a couple of hours of couple of hours of instability, and they got it back on track.
Yeah. So if you look on mainstream media, they're saying, "Oh, Port of Arts is burning." All the fire trucks are here. These guys are chilling, man. There's nothing going on. It's all bullshit. Now, a few buses they did light up. There was cars lit up in front of the kioscos, and they firebombed the kioscos. I think it's some kind of American based, like a variety store chain. But nothing else has been touched.
Yeah, I don't know.
One
I know.
one cabbie got shot in the shoulder, and they burned his cab. He probably didn't want to get out of the car quick enough.
Yeah. But again, he said it was just a staged, kind of like a small staged government interaction with these affiliates from this cartel, and it was resolved within hours.
Well, cartel is quite powerful here. We all know that.
Yeah.
And you take out the head honcho and his right hand man. So you're gonna fuck around with the cartel? Well, now you're gonna find out.
Right.
And they managed to lock down the whole town. Actually, most of the state for the whole day yesterday. So, like, it's a bit quiet tonight, but I guess people just figured, oh, it's extended long holiday, right?
Yeah.
But
Interesting.
I'm sure this general food market will be open tomorrow if it wasn't open already today. It's kind of quiet, but everyone's just chilling because everything was closed today, or most things were closed. So that's the Sheridan in the distance, if you can see it.
Yep. I see it.
So they firebombed the kiosk in front of that Sheridan on the other side of the street. They burned the car.
How far is it?
From me to there,
Yeah.
probably half a kilometer.
Oh, okay.
Look, the dog's really excited too, eh?
That's Bubba.
No, that's not Bubba.
No, that's not Bubba. Sorry. There's Bubba.
I think this guy's a stray. He's got no collar.
Yeah.
Bubba, come. Hey. The male, he hasn't been neutered. He probably wants to jump my dog. Bubba, hey, right this way. Come. Yeah, so, people are playing music. Lights are on. Some of the small shops were open this afternoon. I went food shopping, no problem. Got everything I needed. This guy looks like he's got some pizzas. So the restaurants are probably starting to open up. The place that makes fajitas locally, they're open today.
Nice.
Butcher shop was open this afternoon. Hey, you guys. No unprotected sex, eh? Come. So I'm sure by tomorrow things will be back to normal. The airport. This morning there's only a couple Mexican flights coming in and out. Like just a few around 9 o'clock.
He said that they're reinstated now. The flights have been reinstated.
As of 1 o'clock this afternoon, local time.
Yeah.
Blair was flying. Southwest was flying. United was flying. American Airlines, WestJet, Air Canada were still canceled, but I think they're going to be opening them up in a couple of days, either tomorrow or the day after.
Well, Canada needs to extend this to try and build something to scare people from moving to Mexico, because the people with pensions and stuff in Canada want to get the hell out. So people are looking at Mexico, so they're worried. Oh shit, let's get this let's get this big thing going for, let's see if we get it for weeks. If Canada could get this story going for weeks and weeks and weeks, they'll do it. They'll do this for weeks, Eduardo. They'll scare the shit out of the people. Say, oh, we got to stay in Canada.
Okay, I'm walking down here. There's a big park here between me and the Sheridan.
Mm-hmm.
We'll see if anyone's playing. I don't think they're going to be doing much, but I wouldn't be surprised if some kids are playing or something. See some people walking around. But
Eduardo
the flames,
live.
Mike, do you see the flames? Do you see how far the flames are going?
Yeah, I see all these flames. Eduardo live in Puerto Vallarta,
liars.
Jalisco, reporting for Mike in the Night.
Fucking goddamn liars. It pisses me off, And it's alternative media that puts this shit out. Come on, guys. We're supposed to be better than that.
Mm-hmm.
See, there's the taxi. Does he look threatened?
No, he doesn't.
These guys look like they're in a war zone. Do these guys look like they're in a war zone?
Nope.
They're just chilling with their pizza and beers. Gracias.
Pizza aquí a la vuelta, my friend.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's just around the corner if you want pizza, dude.
Actually, maybe I will grab a pizza.
Eduardo in Jalisco.
Give me your credit card number. Buy me a pizza.
Somebody send Eduardo a coffee.
I don't take donations, Mike. Come on.
Oh. I take donations because if somebody wants to buy me a coffee, they buy me a coffee, right?
Yeah, but you got stupid internet bills like there's no tomorrow. Yeah, it's a little bit quiet, but people got the lights on. People are hanging out, chilling. No big deal. But then all the clickbait. Oh, it's a war zone. This, that, and everything.
Again, they want to scare the crap out of people in the north to think that Mexico's dangerous, so they don't go down there. And they don't spend their pension dollars down there because they can't afford to eat in Canada.
Yeah. All right, let's see what the pizza place
What's the
is
temperature
doing.
there? It's like, what, 23, 24?
No, right now it's got to be 26, 27.
Oh, it's closer to 30 degrees.
It doesn't cool down till like 11, 12 at night. And then it gets
Okay.
down to overnight temperatures last week have been about 18, 19, so it's just beautiful for sleeping. No need for AC. See, the whole country's falling apart. They got bars on the pizza place.
Dude, look, I'm going to mention this again, and I've said this before. There's better cars in on these streets than there is on my street or in my town. Or even in Vancouver.
Here, you want to see the price? So that's some pesos, not in dollars.
Yeah, well, of course there's pesos.
You read that?
Man, that's super cheap.
There's Pizza Papadon. So I guess you ordered to take out.
Yeah.
Oh, that's how they make the pizzas there. Another pizza place in the back.
Yeah, you try to open like place like that, like a home-based business like that in Canada, they shut your ass down.
Well, so what's the queso al salchicha? So jambono, champignons, or chorizo, that's probably ham, mushrooms.
Champignons is mushrooms.
Yeah. Jambon is ham, chorizo, I believe, is sausage.
Yep.
72
queso is
pesos.
cheese.
It's about a 12-inch, looks like a deep dish. And it's 72 pesos, about $6. All right, here's the local park. The lights are off still.
Mm-hmm.
I find that very odd because usually this place is lit up like a Christmas tree. So I guess the government decided no games, but you can see the size of this thing, the stadium.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, my dog's got to be going into heat. Look, there's two males tailing her. Baba, don't go into heat. Yeah, so the lights are still off. But normally this time of the night, this place is just a beehive of activity. So again, the government shut it down. There's electricity everywhere. There's definitely no shortage of electricity. But I did hear of a friend. Yeah. So they turned off all the lights in the
Park.
in these soccer fields and baseball stadium. These are bleachers here, by the way. Baba, don't let them jump you.
So, ladies and gentlemen, we got Eduardo here in Jalisco, Guadalajara, Mexico, walking the streets in this dangerous civil war and explosions and fires and power outages.
Here's a good view. So there's the Sheridan. Ah, damn light. There's a bunch of hotels. That's where those high rises are. That's the coastline. That's the main drag. So it's quiet. There's nothing going on, man. By tomorrow, they should be back to normal.
Mm-hmm.
Dog's trying to get laid. That's about it. Baba, don't let him touch you. This is pretty cool, eh?
Mm-hmm.
So even the entrance to the baseball stadium, doors wide open. There's a bust of some guy there. Don't know what that is. This is pretty cool. Look, SOS. Press a button and the cops come.
Yeah.
So they have these
You
around
can't put that
parkside.
in Canada. If they put that post up in Canada, press a button, the cops come. You know how much that post will cost? $13 million.
You know, I bet you it'll take over 2 hours before anyone shows up.
No, not where you are.
Oh, here they'll come right away. But
They'll come right away
it's
there.
easy
No.
for 2
I'm
hours.
talking about in Canada. They put that up, $13 million. Their friends get six-figure income jobs. Yeah, what do you think is more safer, Puerto Vallarta or Brampton, Ontario?
Puerto Vallarta, 10 times safer.
Yeah.
Especially for a white person like myself. Reason being, they want the tourist money.
Mm-hmm.
Even the cartels want the tourists to come down because they own a lot of property, restaurants, bars. They want the tourism. That's where they make their money from. Oh, a couple locals just walking home from somewhere. Baba, where are you going? Hey. Okay, so it is a bit of a crisis. This taco stand has been open every night, except last night and tonight. I bet you'll be open tomorrow, though.
Oh, the taco stand.
Yeah. And my steakhouse is open. There's cars in front of it. I can see the lights on.
Oh, a steakhouse?
Oh, yeah, Bracero's. Awesome
Make
steak.
sure you bring at least $9, man.
It's a nice restaurant. Steak and a beer. Like a 14-ounce, I don't know, a good steak, like a ribeye or something.
Mm-hmm.
With taxes and tip and all that, you're looking at about $40-50. And it's a good portion. Nice, like nicely done, tasty, super soft,
Mm.
prepped perfectly. Want to go check out Bracero's?
Let's show us inside.
Well, it's going to take me about 5 minutes to get down there.
Oh, take your time, dude.
Well, Mike, I don't know if I can handle all the heat from the flames, as you can see.
Yeah, the heat
All
and the
the
flames, the
devastation.
power outages, and the civil unrest and the flipping over of cars.
Yeah, you hear all the gunfire?
Yeah, I hear it. So much gunfire, I can't even hear you.
What a crock of shit. What a crock of shit they feed us. And then they say, oh, shelter in place. They say there's the Canadian one of the foreign agencies of our cartels, which I believe they're called the Canadian government.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, our cartel,
They
yes.
extort people, steal their money,
Yep.
hold them hostage, arrest them,
Take their
kidnap them.
possessions away. Take whatever they work for away, yeah?
Yeah, so you know that cartel,
Yeah.
Canadian government. So they issued a do not travel advisory here. extreme caution. This guy's here with a baby, less than a year old, I'd say, sheltering the baby from all the flames and the gunfire. No, look, he looks terrified, doesn't he? We're live on Mike in the Night. Hello.
Hola.
Hola. No, even the kid says, no, it's not true. Shaking his head. Such bullshit. All right, block and a half away from Braceros. Oh, this afternoon I saw the burnt out cars that they put in front of the kioscos.
Mm-hmm.
They were loading them up on flatbeds this afternoon. I've seen the local buses on the road. I could not get a Uber this morning, but by 4 o'clock I was able to get one. I went before I went to buy some groceries. I checked, and sure enough, Uber's back up to normal. Cabs are still trying to get rides if they can. Actually, I'm surprised this place is closed. This is a fish
Let me see the menu.
fish place, and this place is always busy.
El Patron?
Yeah. Actually, I know this waiter. You want to do an interview with him?
Well, I could talk to him. That's fine. Yeah, sure.
Okay, so all the flames, they were saying how it's on fire. That's the only fire you're going to find is on that stove and in that barbecue oven
Right on.
and here on the grill. That's the only fire you're going to find in Puerto Vallarta right now because it's one of the few restaurants that's open.
Right on.
They're actually closing up early. Mira, you got a minute?
All right.
You have a minute?
Yeah.
We're live on YouTube.
Hello.
Buenas,
Welcome, guys.
buenas tardes. ¿Cómo estás?
We step back. You're going live on with YouTube?
Yeah.
So, Mike, what do you want to ask them?
Aquí en las noticias aquí en Canadá y en los Estados Unidos está diciendo que es una guerra muy grande y está quemando todo y no tiene electricidad y está cayendo y Jalisco está cayendo.
Mike, we can barely hear you. The music's too loud here.
Oh, okay, that's okay.
Actually, no, it's the gunfire, the bombs,
Yeah,
and all the flames, and the buildings collapsing.
yeah.
Okay, say again. Now it's a little bit quieter.
Okay.
Hola.
Aquí en Canadá está diciendo en las noticias que Jalisco está cayendo, Jalisco está quemando, mucha gente está muriendo, no hay vuelos, está cayendo, están asesinando el fin del mundo en Jalisco.
No, no es cierto, es mentira. Es mentira. Sí hubo algunas cosas, pero la gente ahorita estamos retomando todo nuevamente. Hoy abrimos, todos lados está volviendo a la normalidad. Ayer sí fue un día un poco difícil. Sí hubo algunas cuestiones que fuera de control, pero ya está todo, ahorita ya se está normalizando todo.
Yeah.
Ya puede ver la gente, ya abrieron algunos centros comerciales, algunos restaurantes y posiblemente mañana empecemos a ir retomando e ir volviendo a la normalidad. Pero Jalisco sigue vivo, Vallarta está vivo. Los esperamos cuando gusten.
Porque si tú miras las noticias aquí, todas las noticias de Canadá y la mayoría de las noticias de Estados Unidos es pura mentiras.
Sí. No. Está Vallarta, estamos bien. Ahorita se está, como te digo, retomando nuevamente la vida cotidiana. Sí hubo algunas cosas, fue ayer, pero hoy estuvo muy tranquilo. Estamos retomando todo. Sé que seguimos. Vallarta está en pie y Jalisco sigue en pie.
Ok, gracias hermano. Pasa buena noche.
De nada. Gracias igualmente para
Buenas
ti.
noches, gracias.
Para ti. Nos vemos. Cuídate.
This is my favorite steakhouse.
Mm-hmm.
If you're in Puerto Vallarta, it's called Bracero. And the braised shank is to die for, man. Just melts in your mouth. Hamburgers are about a foot tall. That's a nice place, actually. I have no financial interest in it. I really don't care. But if you guys want a good place, I can't recommend this enough. It's a little bit pricey for Mexico,
Right.
but for us, it's really reasonable, and the service is good, and the food is amazing. You can't touch these prices in Toronto.
You know what? I think I might book a trip to with my family and go down to Jalisco for 2 weeks for March break. It's going to be super cheap to get down there.
Man, I got to come back on the 17th. When are you coming down?
Probably around that time.
Seriously?
What are you doing there? What are you doing in Mexico?
Fighting civil unrest and putting out fires and dodging bullets. Can't you see? Like, look at the pandemonium. It's terrible. I don't know if I'm going to get out alive. Oh, hey, they just turned on the lights in the park.
Oh, the park's on.
Yeah, Bubba. Bubba, come. Good girl. Yeah, they just turned the lights on in the park. Huge park here. Look at the size of that thing.
Wow, that's beautiful, dude.
Yeah, so they just turned these lights on, so maybe in an hour it'll fill up.
All right, guys, start messaging me if you want to call into the show. I don't got anybody here on the no one's lighting up the board here.
Look at all the people running for their lives, Mike.
Yeah, I'm seeing so much. It's scary.
All the burnt up,
Dude, the
burnt
cars
up
there are
cars.
so much better. The cars there are so much better. I'm not making this up. Than I'm seeing what I see in Canada.
You know what it is? There's a lot of Chinese cars here.
I'm seeing
And I think it's
Volkswagens
put
everywhere and
pressure.
Peugeot.
They gotta make Volkswagens in Mexico because they're not overpriced.
No, I know there's
Toyota,
Volkswagens and Peugeot. I'm seeing a lot of. I saw
Hyundai.
some Peugeot there.
Mercedes.
Mercedes, yeah, no, I'm saying this. The cars there are better than the ones that we have in what I have here in my town or my city or my area.
Yeah. Oh, the horror, Mike. The horror. Be scared. Stay away. Don't come here on holidays, man. It's just, I'm terrified, man. I'm terrified I'm going to die of boredom. So I don't know what else to tell you.
Well, anyways, we'll see if we can get some more callers on the show. Keep us updated if anything happens there.
Actually, I might be able to buy cigarettes here. Maybe.
You got $3? You got $2 on you to buy a pack?
Actually, smokes are like 105, 110 pesos.
So that's what, $3? $2?
No, it's like $10.
Uh-oh.
Baba.
I like how your dog's just like
Pablo.
hanging around.
Habla fume. Sell cigarettes?
Cigarros.
Cigarros?
Yeah.
I'm gonna try Pall Mall and one Marlboro. Gonna be around 200 pesos. No.
Don't
pack.
get that menthol shit.
Why? I love menthol.
Okay, white or red?
One and one.
Okay.
You're live on Mike in the Night. Say hi.
Hi,
Buenas noches.
buenas noches. 179. 179
For both?
for two.
Oh man, I've been getting jacked.
Yeah. You got it. Shop around, buddy.
Oh, there's a packet, so it's only 15.
This is 500. 200.
Okay, so that's okay, so 15 pack and a 20 pack of Marlboro. It's 180, 170, $15 for 2 packs. No,
And in New
12
Zealand,
bucks, 2 packs.
New Zealand, a pack of smokes is $65.
Gracias. Yeah.
Australia, it's
You can get
$45.
grab beer, liter size beers, Coronas, Modelas.
Oh, that's really good. You get a nice drink, take a walk, go with some friends, get drunk. It's good.
Yeah. They got Jack Daniels. Arizona is here. I can't find Arizona in Costco's in Canada, but they sell it here. You believe it?
Yeah.
Weird, eh? Anyways, Mike, I hope I get out of here alive. You know, Civil War. You see all the horror. You see all the bombs. You see all the buildings falling down, the rockets. All those fucking lying bastards.
Yep. Well, I'm gonna put this up in a short clip on my YouTube channel to update the people on the horrors and what's happening in Mexico.
Yeah.
All right, dude. We're gonna let you go. We'll get you back on soon enough, okay? We'll talk on the back end, okay?
Yeah, buy me a tequila, not a coffee.
Oh, I'll buy you a tequila, buddy. Don't worry.
Ciao.
God bless. Bye. All right, guys. That is Eduardo on Mike in the Night. My camera is falling on me here. There it is. Camera's falling on me tonight. All right, so we had confirmation on the ground. So we got all these headlines from here. I'm not even going to open them because they're a waste of time. For Mexico, because they're a complete waste of time. Wasting your time. So there we go. We got a report on the ground on Mike in the Night on what's going on in Jalisco, Mexico. All right. Who is here? I got no requests, so let's go to guys. If you want to join our email list and you want to make sure you catch us when we go live on Mike in the Night, it's MikeMartins1980@gmail.com. Guys, don't forget. Here, I'll give you that again. If you want MikeMartins1980@gmail.com, just go ahead and email it. I'll add you to our mail list. And if you don't want to be, just go ahead and block me. You don't have to message me. Just block me. And viewer discretion is advised. 21 and older. This show is for entertainment purposes only. Fact check and do your own research, guys. Section 18 U.S. Code 2257 for Mike in the Night. And what else? Yeah. So I'm going to give you guys the my Instagram discussion link here thingy if you want to call into the show. I would really, 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 really appreciate hearing your voices on what you guys... yeah, okay, tired. Where is it? Instagram. Let's see if anyone bought me a coffee here tonight. Ooh, somebody... Oh, Paul De Silva. PDS Stan bought me a coffee. Thanks, buddy, for the coffee. Thank you so much, Pou Café. So let's go back here. Let's go back here. Okay, this is what the Instagram looks like, people. Nothing special, but it's Instagram. I'm going to give you guys the link. And I am going to go ahead and paste this in the live stream. So if you guys want to call into the show, you're more than welcome to call in to the show. On Mike of the Night. Oh. Yeah, thank you. Someone's saying congratulations for 100,000 on YouTube. It took me 15 years. 21 suspensions and 2007 videos taken down. Yeah, but I'm not getting a button. They already told me, they emailed me, and they confirmed that because I am not, what do they call me? Credible. I'm not credible, they say. So I won't be getting a button, guys. That's okay. All right. Who is out there, guys? I'm going into requests. I don't have a single... Ooh, I got hidden requests. Hold on a second. Oh, there's a profile. Love to have you on board. I don't know who the hell that is. I don't know who that is. Someone messaging me at 2 in the morning. I don't know who that is. Yeah, I got nothing. I got no requests here, guys. And let's go back over to our general. No one's messaged me in general. We should get Dino Bravo back on because we need to get his intake on what the hell is going on in Mexico, because there's so much going on in Mexico. And see who we have here. Yeah, we are. I'm going to leave it open for a bit, guys. Guys, if I want to get fresh callers, and if you called in this month already, we only do 4 shows a month. Let's get some fresh blood here tonight on Mike in the Night. Let me go requests. No requests. I get hundreds and thousands of links to videos of stuff we already talked about years ago. All day. It's like, oh man. One person sent me 46 link, like 40. I sent someone a link. Hey, I'm going to go live. Do you want to come on the show? I don't want to come on the show. I don't want to be known. You send me 100 links a day of all this shit that's going on that's we already know about, but you don't want to come on the show and talk. You know what I'm saying? Let's see who we have here. The Rusty Ben the Hammer says, I don't outcall, but I don't use Instagram. That's fine. But I got good news. Almost 2 billion people use Instagram. So I got to be where the people are, right? But yeah, that's kind of sucky. Da 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 da. Mike in the Nights. Guys, our show isn't usually that bland, but our problem is anytime we use music, any music, I don't give a shit if people give us permission to use it. They want to shut us down. They don't want us on here. They don't want us talking to you guys. They don't want us explaining to you guys what's going on, getting points of views, getting calls, getting people, getting people points of views on stuff. But all right, let's see who we can get on the show here. Hopefully we can get somebody on the show here. Let's get some fresh blood on the show here, guys. Come on, we only do 4 shows a month. And in March, we're only doing 2 shows because I'm going away for March break. And hopefully I can bump into Dano there on Huntington Beach Pier. So D-Man. I guess a lot of people are frightened to call in too, eh? Yeah, we need to get some fresh blood on the show, guys. We need to get a lot more callers than this, guys. Because we haven't had Junkyard Dog in over a month. And he's just sending me links to other stuff. He's not messaging me. I'm just going down the list here. Sending links. I just get links to stuff from people. Nobody messages me to talk to me. It's usually just links and links and links. I got maybe 10,000 messages in the last 2 days in the last 24 hours about Mexico. Now we just kind of cleared up what's happening in Mexico. Let's see what the news is saying here. I think I closed my news page here. Let me go to my news page here. Jalisco, Mexico cartel. So here we go. 6 minutes ago. Roads blocked, vehicles crash, unrest in Mexico as cartel takes revenge on El Macho's killing. So, as I'm talking to you guys, I'm just putting up Eduardo's video right now. I'm actually putting it up right now. I'm actually putting up Eduardo's video right now. Copy that, and I'm going to use that title. Get rid of that. I'm going to steal this whole right here. Right here. Look what so what I'm doing right now, guys, is that you're watching me live, upload a video on YouTube, and I'm going to put live here. So, there we go, live. There we go. See, I'm not misinforming anybody. This was live. We went live, and we are discussing what's happening here. All right, no. All right, guys, I'm going to be checking my messages in a few seconds. If anybody, let's go. I need fresh blood. I can't have the same people on every week. I need fresh blood on the show. We need first-time callers. Let's go. Mexico location. No. Turn on some monetization so I can make my 2 cents. So you guys, that's what I'm doing right now. I'm putting this up here, none of the above. Hopefully we can get more subscribers. I don't know how many I need to get so people know that we exist. But it's not letting me change visibility. YouTube has to visibly, my videos on YouTube have to be visibly watched first before they get approved. They don't like my stuff. They don't like me talking on here. Well, was there a church burnt down in Montreal? A few years back in my town, my little town, they burnt down 2 of our churches and attempted to burn down another one. And then in another town north of me, they burnt down the church and burnt the whole town with it, too. So, all right, let's see who we can get on here. Wants to come on the show. Let's get somebody on the show. It's infuriating. It's okay, guys. It doesn't matter. I'll just go spend time with my family. Well, here in my town, it was First Nations that were burning down the Catholic churches here, or the churches in town. They were burning them down. They got caught. One guy got caught. Nothing happened to him. And nothing happened, of course. Hello. Hello.
Hey, Mike.
Yo, what's up, buddy?
Black
How you doing? It's
Deplorable.
Black Deplorable. How you doing, buddy?
I'm okay. I wasn't gonna call, but it seems like it's kind of quiet tonight.
Oh, it's okay. It's just our problem is that nobody knows we're here. There's a guy that's been following me for years, came to visit me at my store, shook my hand, talked to me, has never heard of Mike in the Night. People just don't know we're here. We don't exist.
Sorry.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. It is what it is. It doesn't matter. Doesn't matter.
So, yeah, as an American, I just wanted to say it was an honor to. I'm not rubbing it in, beat you guys, but just like it was. Says a lot about the Canadian hockey team that it's such a big deal to beat you guys.
Oh, and hockey? Oh, I don't even. It's whatever. Hockey is hockey's hockey. It is what it is, right? It's a sport. And it's kind of funny how the Canadian team or the coach was pissed off about the rule.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, the ruling for overtime or something? Mm-hmm. And I was thinking to myself, well, he wouldn't be pissed off if he won, right?
Mm-hmm. It's true.
He wouldn't be pissed off.
Yeah, plus you guys didn't have Sidney Crosby.
So.
Yeah.
Right.
I was going to talk about something, continue something we were talking about the last time I called a few weeks ago.
Uh-huh.
I was trying to remember, we were talking about people, billionaires and globalists funding the left-wing agitators, in like Minnesota and whatnot, and other agitators. There's this guy named Neville Singham. You should look him up. He is a Sri Lankan, a billionaire, Sri Lankan American. He made his money in tech, and he now lives in Shanghai. He's hiding out in Shanghai, China. He's like super pro CCP, and he's a self-proclaimed Maoist. And he's like not even hiding the fact that he's funding a lot of these groups.
Mm-hmm.
And what's crazy is he's married to the daughter of the lady who founded a radical left-wing group called Code Pink. Have you heard of them?
No.
They're like these crazy ladies who go to like Republican congressional like meetings. They harass Congress, throw paint on them, or just like act crazy. And
I know you're talking about. They throw oil and crap and stuff on people's. They go to art galleries and do shit like that.
Yeah, or they mainly just harass any kind of like Congress when they're like talking about going to war. They're gonna do something, you know what I mean? They'll usually show up and just scream and just act crazy. But it's just funny though that this guy, like I said, he's a Maoist and he's Sri Lankan, and he's very anti-Western and anti-white. But he married a white lady, She's the daughter of the Code Pink founder. You should look it up.
Mm-hmm.
And like I said, they're super duper pro. And more of these leftist groups, they're pro China. It's just ridiculous. Like, how could you call yourself a liberal and be pro like a dictatorship? A totalitarian dictatorship.
Mm-hmm.
It makes no sense. But it's just funny though that like all these people who keep complaining about the West and white people like Ilhan Omar, AOC, Don Lemon, Kamala Harris, they're all married to white people. Did you know that?
Yep. I don't even know why a lot of these people are even allowed to exist in America, why they're even allowed to live there. It just doesn't make any sense. I never understood it. I don't. It's gotten to a point where it's meh. It's like I think everyone should start looking out for their families. Tio, thanks for the coffee, buddy. Tio Tio sent me a coffee tonight, and Paul Da Silva sent me a coffee tonight. Thank you, brother. Thanks, guys, for the coffees. But yeah, back to what. Yeah, I don't know what it is. It's just I'm all this Jalisco shit going out. You see, on my end, it's a little bit different. I got so many messages. I got probably 800 to 1,500 messages on this in the last 24 hours for this Jalisco thing. And I'm like overwhelmed with so many emails, messages, Instagram, Facebook messages. Just nonstop, this fucking cartel shit. And then we got someone on the ground right in the heart of it, right where the fucking fire station is. And here it is. This is the big fucking war they're talking about. And you heard me talking to the people there, right?
Mm-hmm.
So there's nothing going on. So I'm just...
Yeah, I think it was like a blitzkrieg, like in and out kind of thing, you know?
Yeah. So...
They want to just send a message and then disappear as quickly as they showed up. Because they can't stay out there on the battlefield too long, you know. They don't reveal their identities and positions and all that. They just have to, like, send a message, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty scary, though. I'm worried that it can come up here, you know, like the Chinese would love to team up with the Chinese, the Russians, the Iranians would love to team up with the cartels and get us into something kind of conflict with the cartels, you know, because they're everywhere, you know.
Oh, the Chinese and the Chinese, especially the Chinese, they have nothing to lose, right?
Yeah.
So they'll wipe that country apart they'll wipe the United States apart if they have to. They did it in Canada through real estate, through fentanyl, through money laundering. I can't even find. They're not even allowing me to search for records of how much farmland that the Chinese communists own in Canada. They own 2.6 trillion dollars in our real estate. I've been trying the last week to find out how much do the Chinese have in Canada farmland or Canadian farms. I'm having a really tough time finding anything like concrete.
Yeah, it's a problem. Like here in the States, they own land near. They're buying land near military bases.
Oh, the Chinese just own farmland if they could buy it because everything else is crown land. So Canadians don't actually own anything in this country. We everything's bought up by, again, foreigners, right? So predominantly from China because Canada allows them to park their dirty money here. And we're so fucked here. We're so fucking screwed. And it's all these influencers making these videos. Look at this condo drop, $200,000. Look at this. It's like, who cares? What about the people that were warning you not to buy these condos and not to get stuck in these traps? Nobody cares about us. It's like we're non-existent. We're scrap.
Sorry. Gosh,
no, don't be sorry. You know it's bullshit.
Yeah, I was listening to the caller, the Portuguese guy from Nova Scotia, what's your fellow, that guy you were talking to last week. What's his name? I forget his name, but you guys always talk. Yeah, that was one of the most depressing calls you've ever had. I didn't know it was that bad. Jesus Christ.
It's so bad, you have no idea. It's going to get so bad up here, and I keep telling you guys, America, wake the fuck up. Canada's your security threat, not fucking Iraq.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the Israelis are the ones that are controlling our government, want us to bomb Iran and stuff like that. We got bigger fish to fry in our own backyard.
Yeah.
And like you saw New York, you know, with the Muslims praying and taking over downtown. Sorry, was that Times Square yesterday?
Mm-hmm. I was watching that. Someone sent me a clip on that. Keep talking. I'm just gonna go get some ice. I'm just gonna get some water. Keep talking.
Okay. Yeah. So as everybody knows, we have a Muslim communist mayor in New York City, and he's given a lot of courage to, you know, he's emboldened the Muslims in that area to come to the city and to have mass prayers take over sidewalks, have Sharia patrols. It's becoming more and more like London, but I think there's going to be a lot more of backlash against them, and people are going to rise up because, you know, everybody knows, like, New York's got some rough characters out in East New York and stuff. Like, they're not going to. I don't think they're going to have it. Eventually, people are going to rise up and stand up to these Muslims. Hopefully, my idea is to harass them back the same way that they harass us and make our lives miserable. We got to make their lives miserable. Every time they have like prayer streets, and they take over the streets and have mass prayers, we should show up with thousands of eggs, or like play and just shower them with eggs and
how's about everyone just
everything.
goes back? Everyone goes back. Like, you want to be Muslim? Stay in a Muslim country. It's not being racist. It's like, my parents came here from Portugal because Canada was predominantly a Christian country. There's a Portuguese Catholic church in our community. There's Portuguese bakery. Why? Because the Portuguese built the fucking street and the sewer and the fucking electricity.
Yep. And most importantly, they care about it. Like,
they come here to build because they're going to raise their family and leave their kids here when they pass away, right?
Yeah. But the worst thing about mass migration is Europe and the United States and Canada is full of people, and Australia is full of people that don't care about the country.
That's right. Australia, New Zealand, the UK, all these countries are falling apart because the people don't care. And then to maintain the infrastructure, people from India throw garbage all over the streets here, and they said, the city is going to come pick it up.
Mm-hmm.
Get the fuck out of here. The city's going to come pick it up.
Yeah, but I saw a video on Lisbon, how bad things are getting in Lisbon, certain neighborhoods, and there's just trash and graffiti everywhere, drug addicts, people, and men from military-age men from all around the world, and they simply don't care. They're there for, what do you call it, for benefits and, just to leech off of the Portuguese public. It's really depressing.
Yeah.
But and also just the enemies from within, like these leftist groups, they want to just dismantle the West and capitalism, and you keep like some of the callers keep expressing bafflement as to why this is happening. It's like the whole point of bad schools, excessive taxes, heavy regulation, excessive government spending, dearth of housing, homeless, all this stuff, high levels of government employees. It's all a way to destroy the middle class, bankrupt the country, and then make people so desperate they will want socialism. They'll be desperate for government handouts.
Like to bring in the digital ID. Oh, let's bring in all these foreigners, start destroying shit. Now we gotta track all these motherfuckers. So now let's start tracking them with digital ID now, because now we're gonna come and save the world with digital ID.
Yeah, they want to put us on our knees and just so. And it's because they know like a strong middle class is the backbone of capitalism and democracy. So they're and the Democrats have been trying to get rid of the middle class. They've been the agents of the destruction of the middle class since the 60s.
Mm-hmm.
And I tell people, like, you'll never hear a Democrat tell you to be an entrepreneur, save your money, practice, how to be a businessman. And they do the same thing I was watching in Spain. They've got a real far left government. And they're just harassing all of the private business owners and the entrepreneurs. They despise people like you who have your own business. You're the enemy of the left.
Big time. I am very, very well hated here in my town. People purposefully do not come and shop at my store. They purposefully hate me. But I have my Portugal flag in my store, and I have a bunch of crosses, picture of John F. Kennedy. I have a bunch of Christian symbolism all over my store because it's my property, and that's what I am.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know if you've heard all the fake.
I don't know so much about Canada, but I just know like the Democrats. I mean, they work for. They say that they're the party of the working class, but they're really the party of the dependent class.
Well,
they're
I don't know if
poor but not working. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
They're like that's why their largest constituent, the most loyal Democrat constituency are single black mothers. The vote 99% Democrat because they're addicted to the government benefits. They're totally dependent, and now they've brought in all these migrants. Same thing, just totally. That's a dependent, guaranteed voting block.
Yep.
And they also work for the NIMBY liberals. Do you guys use that expression, NIMBY? Not in my backyard.
Yes.
Yeah, so it's like the comedian Dave Chappelle.
Yes, I know.
I don't know if you've heard all.
So
he's
but there's
bombs
rich
going
and
off,
he
the town's
owns all this
burning.
land in Ohio and some wealthy,
all the planes have been blown up.
small city, and he was just vehemently against the construction of affordable housing in his city, and he got in trouble. As was the basketball player Steph Curry. Same thing with him. These people, these rich people, just keep fighting, but they're all Democrats and all liberals. And so what do they do to repair their reputation? That they just do all this. They preach all this woke shit. They virtue signal. So like Dave Chappelle goes and lays a wreath at the guy who got shot by one of the ICE officials in Minnesota.
Mm-hmm.
He's doing all kinds of woke virtue signaling so he can repair his reputation. So he can say, "Oh, look, I'm one of you guys. I'm cool, but I don't want any poor people living in my neighborhood. I want to keep it."
Just like when they brought over to Martha's Vineyard. Remember Martha's Vineyard? They started bringing illegals up there.
Yep.
They started busting them up to Martha's Vineyard, and all the illegals were showing up. That was good.
That was beautiful. I love Governor DeSantis from Florida did that.
He's awesome. A great man. He's Catholic too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But yeah, it just totally exposed they're the biggest hypocrites or the biggest phonies, man.
Mm-hmm.
But that's the Democrat Party. Like NIMBY, upper class NIMBY liberals, and basically, government. What do you call it? People who are just so dependent they're almost like
public servants,
disabled. What's that?
Public servants?
No, like people who don't work. Like who just
okay.
Welfare. They live off on welfare recipients, but they're just like the wards of the state, I guess is the term I'm looking for.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. They
just completely they haven't worked in 25 years. I mean, they're useless. And but they vote Democrat, and that's all that matters. And they've chased the middle class out of all these cities. They're just
what is happening? I know you're from Brazil, and you're black.
No, actually, no. I'm a Black American. I just lived in Brazil.
Okay, so you speak Portuguese. That's why.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're a black living in. What is happening with the? There's a lot of black fatigue videos circulating the internet, of fresh videos. So they're not circulated old videos of people, new videos that are circulating on a regular basis of just black people jumping on counters, smashing computers, not scanning things when they're at thing. And then there's a lot of these videos now surfacing. Hundreds and thousands of these videos are showing up on my feed, and they're calling it black fatigue because Americans are getting tired of this whole. What is it? What is going on?
Well, this is okay. So it started like if you look back at like black people in the 1950s, that was like the golden age where there was high employment, high marriage rate, low crime. But then there was a president, the president after John F. Kennedy was a guy named Lyndon B. Johnson.
That's right.
Okay, so he had this like program called the Great Society where we're going to just flood. That's when the Democrats decided we're just going to give poor people, shower them with benefits and free this and free that, like Mamdani, right? And so that's when they started paying women to be single mothers.
Mm-hmm.
And so they had, that's when you started getting, you ever heard the term baby mama or baby daddy?
Yep.
So you get these, that's where that whole baby mama, baby daddy, that's where the destruction of the black family started, was in the mid 60s. And you started this explosion of single motherhood, black women in like, say, having 5 kids from 5 different men.
Mm-hmm.
And it just absolutely destroyed the culture, destroyed the community, the family. That's when everything really started to go downhill. And then you had like the crack epidemic, and then you had tough on crime. And so then millions and millions of black men went to prison and came out. You know how it is. It's like like on Trailer Park Boys, they call it con college, right?
Mm-hmm.
They teach you learn how to be a criminal. You go in soft, you come out hard. You go in to prison hard, you come out harder, right?
Yep, you get a PhD
and so
in something
else. When you just started getting like all these like just that's when all the shooting and the whole horrible crime, and then now you've had 4 generations. It started in the 60s. We're now almost 60 years later. We've had 3 generations of this crap, and it's just completely turned them. I hate to say it, but turned a chunk of Black America into just mindless, know nothing animals, because they've just been raised like that. Like they don't know anything better. Mm-hmm. All they know is drama, chaos, violence, poor education. And the Democrats have been pushing it the whole time. I blame the Democrats. I blame Lyndon B. Johnson. No one man did more damage to the black community than Lyndon B. Johnson.
Mm-hmm.
like I said, and if you guys want to look it up, it's called the Great Society. But if you look at black people in the 1950s, it was a completely different community. Like it was like low crime, high marriage rates, guys, high rates of fathers in the home. Now it's like it's normal to not have a father in the black community. Sadly, like for like 60 to 70%, it's normal to just not know your father. Or to not, or to have siblings, that are just your half siblings. And you know how it is. Like, it's not the same thing. I don't know if you've ever had like a step brother, a half sister, half brother. It's not the same thing.
Yeah.
You don't love them as much. You're not going to be as close to them. And it's just a mess. So it's just, like I said, we're now, it's like been six decades of this. And it's happening pretty much to every community except for Asians. They're the only Asians and Jews are the only ones left with high.
Hold on a second. Take a step back. Jews are Asian.
Well, you know what I'm saying. Like
no.
Ashkenazi Jews.
This pisses me off because I'm looking at the continent of Asia. Asia goes from like Israel, like all the way from like as far west as you could imagine, all the way to Japan.
Yeah.
No. India needs its own continents. The Middle East needs its own continents. You can't have. That's bullshit. So Jewish people are Asian too, according to the map. Yeah, they are. So it's really weird how they want to bottleneck or put us into one. I got a message here from Heiza. Says, hey Mike, Rachel had a baby, Hazel Maria Heiza, born last Wednesday, 4 kilograms. Both baby and mother are well. Thanks for your prayers. Yes, I've been praying right here. My rosary's right. I pray all. Dude, I even pray before the show that I don't freak out. But congratulations to your baby, Heiza, and the addition to the family. So, anyways, continue.
But yeah, they're the only groups, that have high marriage rates and lots of, and still have fathers in them. Like it's happened, like the Latino community and white community are right behind. Like I said, you're seeing a lot of those. You're talking about the street takeovers, and like here in California, a lot of them are Latino kids down in Southern California. Or they recently over the weekend, you should look it up, in New York City. Like hundreds of mostly Latino kids just took over stores and malls. It was terrifying. So we're just seeing a complete breakdown in, it is like, just people need to be raised right. Like you're a father, you know this. I'm not telling you anything you don't know. Like you have to constantly be giving your kids guidance and showing them the right path, right? And these kids are not getting that guidance, They're not getting any love and affection, and so they're just, people are worse than animals, because if we're not given guidance and instruction and raised right, we're like worse than animals.
Yep, 100%.
And so that's what you're a lot of seeing. You're just seeing animalistic behavior from these kids who are just being raised like wolves. They just are not. They don't have any structure, guidance, nothing. Like it just, and the worst thing about that baby mama, baby daddy culture is you've got boys who are being beaten by their mother's boyfriends, or I wouldn't even call it boyfriends, just guys who are like hooking up with their mother. And then you've got girls who've been raped by these guys, also raped and abused. So there's just so much just dysfunction. It's just it's so disturbing, but that's what's going on. I think that's what these kids are. Like, it wasn't, always like this. Like, I'm not like that. I've never robbed anybody, beaten anybody, mugged anybody. I would never do any of that stuff that you see in the Black Fatigue videos, because I had a father, But I have one friend who's fatherless, and sure enough, he's out of control. Like, he's had, fist fights with police. He's gone to jail. He's, just does whatever he wants, because he was raised by his mother, who let him get away with that shit,
Right.
He was never given boundaries and structure. And like back in the 70s, like we still had high father rates, before it completely went, and so like, you need to be, you like Richard Pryor, right?
I love Richard Pryor. He's one of my very favorite comedians of all time.
Yeah, he joked about getting arrested, and then the real terror came when his father came to get him, and he knows what's going to happen to him when he gets home.
His dad's worse than what yeah.
That's what's missing when you don't have fathers in the home. You miss that oh shit, what's my dad gonna do?
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, every kid, like every boy knows that his dad's, if you grew up with that father, your dad could just demolish you, you know what I mean? So there's no fear. These kids have no fear of consequences at home, They're not afraid of their mothers the way that they would be afraid of their fathers if they had a father.
Papa Pissed brought up a comment. Kids raised by single fathers do better than kids raised by single mothers' homes by all metrics.
Yeah. And then these girls, the women are picking bad men because they've never seen an example of a good man. They've never seen their mother in a loving, stable relationship. They have no idea how to be married. It's like tigers need to be taught how to hunt in the wild. If you put a tiger from a zoo out in the jungle, it'll starve to death. It has no idea how to hunt.
Right.
And so these guys have the guys have no idea how to be fathers, how to be real, how to be men, and the girls have no idea how to pick a man.
Like when women go through really tough times with men and this and this and that, I keep saying the same saying I've been saying for years. It's the woman's fault because ultimately in the end, women choose the men they want to be with, not the men. The men, I could sit at a beach. I could be at the beach. I could be sitting on a nice cabana chair, drinking some whiskey, watching and let's pretend I'm single. Every woman that walks by that I find attractive, man, I would settle with her. Man, I'd marry her. Man, but it's not up to the guy. It's up to the women saying, the women would look at me and say, you're too fat, you're too short, you're too this, you're too, ultimately it's not up to the man. It's up to the woman in the end, no matter what. So women are at fault for choosing the men they choose to be with. Do you see what I'm saying? It's not the men.
Right, but they're just not given an example. They just don't even know what a good man is, or the value. The only value they know is they're looking for some guy that will protect them. They're looking for some strong, thug. You know what I mean? Like there's a guy named he has a really smart guy on YouTube. His name, he has a show called Elephants in the Room, and he said, why do women pick animals? Why are like serial killers, you ever heard of Ted Bundy?
Mm-hmm.
He, among so many or like Charles Manson, he would have a brand new 22-year-old girlfriend every single year. And why does, so you remember Jorn van der Sloot? He was that Dutch guy who killed a couple of women. He killed a woman down, anyway. So all these serial killers, even ones who've killed women, are very popular with a certain percentage of women. They find these guys irresistible. There was a guy in California back in the early 80s named the Night Stalker, Richard Ramirez. He killed a bunch of people.
I remember the documentary.
He's married. He's married.
Yeah.
What kind of, and what is that? I'm not, no offense to the female listeners out there, but what does it say about the female psyche that so many of these monsters, have a wife or have plenty of women? Like I said, Charles Manson had the pick of the litter until he died.
Mm-hmm.
These guys get flooded with, inundated with love letters in prison. It's so bizarre, and I've seen, and everybody knows, like there's that saying, good guys are no good, no bad guys are no good, good guys are no fun. There's like something, a lot of women are attracted to piece of shit men.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it's like a combination of need to be protected and motherly instinct. Like they want to fix these guys, and so you just have a lot of women out there who just love these horrible men, and they find good men, boring or lame. They're not exciting, There's no challenge there with a good man. And that's, that's another problem in the Black community. Like you've got what they call bougie Black people, like Black people with like two parents, educated, well-to-do, and they still will go out. These girls will have what they call their thug phase. You'll get like a college-educated, upper middle class Black girl who will go out with Pookie from the hood.
Mm.
But the reverse, you will never see the reverse. You will never see an upper middle class educated Black guy with a gangster with a ghetto Black woman. Never. Just like you have never heard of a female serial killer getting a single love letter in jail. Like men don't find crazy, violent women attractive, but for some reason, some women find crazy, violent, horrible men attractive, irresistible almost.
It's weird. It's so bizarre.
Yeah.
It's women's.
We remember
women,
it like in
women
high
are at
school,
fault for
like, with all
choosing the
that-
men they choose to be with. It's just how it works, right? Like,
Yeah.
like I don't have the choice. Like, I mean, it took me forever to find someone to be with, but it took me many, many, many years of trial and error and trying and it's just constantly. But you know what? It worked out for the best in the end for me.
Yeah, but you ever had a rare find? It's rare that women are looking for a woman who wants a good, stable, like, man. They're rare. A lot of them want drama. They want chaos. Especially especially women who've grown up in that environment. You know, they have no respect for hardworking straight men. You know, I mean, straight men, not heterosexual. I mean, you know what I'm saying, like, got their shit together. They don't want that, man. They're actively looking for a thug. You know, and it's just so, like, that has a lot to do with it right there too. You know, like, they're just like, if I were to talk to certain black women like that, they will roll their eyes, like, you know, like, get away from me. You're square. You're too, you know, you're not.
You listen
You're
to
not
Mike
a thug.
in the Night.
I'm looking for a thug, but they call a roughneck.
Yeah,
that's what black women looking for. They call him a roughneck brother.
Yeah, they'll be like, yeah, I know what you mean. They'll be like, yeah. It's just how it is. It's just how society has betrayed this. Society has projected this, and they see it in movies all the time, music all the time, and it's a dead end society, is what it is. It's a journey to nowhere, my friend.
Yeah, we need to have this conversation more. Like, women have got to take responsibility for the men that they pick, because we're not living in caveman times where men are just grabbing women by the hair and taking them back to the cave. You know, like, women have agency these days. You can choose, but they need the problem with the fatherless list. Like I said, they're not getting advice. Like in the old days, your father would interview the guy before letting him date his daughter, you know, because we know men, right? We can tell a good man from a piece of shit in a second, right?
Yeah.
And so, like, you know, like, you need to give your daughter approval. You know what I mean? So, but, like, that doesn't happen anymore. You've got women, little girls are out there, and they have no idea of what a good man, like I said, is. They have no idea how to. They don't understand men. They don't understand our nature. They can't tell a good guy from a bad guy, and so they're getting impregnated by scumbags.
All right. We're rolling into our second hour. Let me see. Black Deplorable here on Mike of the Night, preaching and talking and discussing and setting things straight here tonight on episode 638. Yeah, we're going to let you go, and let's see if we get another caller on before we wrap it up tonight.
Okay.
I appreciate
Oh, wait, one last question. So you're going to LA, right?
Yeah.
When's that? Is it, so there's not going to be a show next Monday?
No. I'll be here next Monday. It's the weekend after March break is like the 17th or the 15th or whatever. I don't know if I'm going to drive down to LA. I don't know if I'm going to go to... I might even fly to Mexico. It's probably dirt cheap to fly in there now.
Yeah. I would recommend Marina Del Rey. Like, take one of those. He's got these little cruises you can take. It's awesome. They have these little boats, and you can have dinner on there and with your family. I'd really recommend it. Marina Del Rey is an awesome part of LA.
Okay, I'll go check it out. I don't know.
Lots of Filipinos down there, so your wife can kind of see it. It's a huge Filipino community, wealthy Filipino community.
You know what? If I go down there, I'll message you. Message me, and we can meet up.
Well, I don't live in LA. I'm just telling you, like, if you're down there, like, I would, you know, that's where the richest Filipinos all live. They have, like, street names like Mindanao and stuff.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's a very fascinating, interesting place. I mean, it's gorgeous, like the boats and the you know, I forget what you call the waterways, but, like, they have little cruises. It's like you get on the boat, you eat dinner, and then you get back off. Like, it's awesome.
I'm gonna check it out then. Now that you told me, I'm gonna check it out. I will check it out. All right, Black Deplorable here on Mike of the Night. Thanks, buddy, for calling in, and we'll get you back on in a couple of weeks. Okay?
Sounds good.
God bless you.
God bless you too.
Thank you.
Okay, goodbye.
Thank God he came on. Holy shit. Thank God he came on the show. I was kind of so disoriented. I don't know where to take the show tonight. And Finally, we got some fresh blood here on the show. So last week's show was good too. We had Gary Medeiros on the show last week. That was a good Mike in the Night if you guys want to watch a good show. And Black Deplorable on Mike in the Night, giving us the black perspective on things here tonight on the show. Let's get or the right perspective on what things should be or how things should be seen, right? Okay. Let's see who else we got here. We got a guy that messaged me that told me he got arrested today. Judge arrested me on a warrant that she just waived 7 minutes prior on record right. Okay. Okay, so somebody created a profile to call into the show here. Let's try and call them and see what's going on. Let's give them a call. Let's go. You're tuned into Mike in the Night. Episode 638. The Great Restructuring. The world you knew is gone. Oh yeah, the world you knew is gone. Let's see if anyone's... Let me just thank anyone if they bought me... who bought a coffee for me tonight. Who is buying me a coffee tonight on Mike in the Night? Oh, it's just Tio, and Paul Da Silva are my coffee guys tonight. All right. So he got arrested in court. All right, let's see if he picks up the phone here tonight and give us a down low on what the hell is going on here.
Hey, Mike.
Hey, Glenn, how you doing?
I'm surviving. I have not made it through Monday yet. But, we're getting kind of close. It's like a 4-hour countdown, man.
So, yeah, we're getting close to Tuesday, but what happened? You got arrested in court?
Yeah, they were pulling a scam. You know how the Surrey was the RCMP a few years back and they moved to the Surrey police?
Okay.
Well, isn't that, it made nationwide news. They were talking about it on the 6 o'clock news on the CBC, like they had a whole referendum over it, and you remember that story?
I don't remember it. I don't.
Like 5 years back. It was kind of like, I don't know, around the beginning of COVID.
Yeah, I was warning people that COVID was fake back then, and they're going to roll out a vaccine to force everyone on it. That's what I was telling people. And
yeah, well, they fired the RCMP. It was the largest RCMP detachment in all of Canada, and they fired the RCMP. So for 3 years, as we've been in this transition, there's been no actual police, and now they're shooting the gangsters and just popping off the 9 mils at the parking lot and stuff. So I was arrested. I swear I was the first one arrested on December 3rd, the New Year's, but it was the night before. So it was actually like, 11 or 30 minutes into the morning of New Year's. So they put out a warrant for the same. I already had a court date. So they arrested. It's a secret warrant. There's secret warrants in Canada.
Interesting.
Yeah, I know. So it's possible, and when you're in court, I've had them do it to me before, but it's not it's like one in, like, I don't know if it's 300 or 1 in 1,300. It's like a rare thing. But for the people, oh yes, well, we've done this before. But so when I said I thought it was a first appearance. Okay, because the numbers on my court paper, when they wrote down different numbers, and it's like, okay, well, which date and what am I supposed to? So I went to court today when I thought it might have been today or tomorrow, but because I preempted them, they had a warrant, and so anything that I did, if I show up or if I talk to the police, they're not going to come and arrest me. But if I say, I don't know, happen to sneeze in an elevator and somebody takes it the wrong way and the police are called, I'll be arrested on this warrant for when I was already arrested on December 31st. That already have a court date. So when I showed up in court today, they didn't tell me that there's a warrant out for my arrest. They just said, okay, sit here, we're talking. And so I just showed up to either show up in court today or tomorrow because I knew they'd done this to me before. And then it wasn't until after 15 minutes, maybe 10, I don't know, talking to the judge that I even find out that I'm talking about a warrant. This isn't a first appearance. I'm there to tell them I have a lawyer. I've already been approved for legal aid. This is all. And then so it's a scheduling thing. The lawyer can't be here today, so he could maybe represent me. If not, then I'll get this other lawyer in Surrey. We've already got it. It's all sketched out. And then they said, because you're talking to the judge, because you know what I mean? I had this warrant. The judge waived the warrant when she first started, so I didn't understand that. And when I was, talking to him and trying to discuss what they were talking about, because I was addressing, they put the Zoom meeting on, right? So I don't know who the prosecutor is, who I'm talking to. There's this blonde woman who's in the room right next to me, or, on the other side of the table. And there's somebody on the video camera. Well, the woman would say something, and I would say, okay, well, it's not my turn to respond. And then the guy would say, the person on the Zoom meeting would say something. And I would say, okay, well, I think I have to respond to that. And then the judge would say something. And then I would say, okay, is it my turn to respond? And so I'd start to respond to the judge. And then this guy would start talking. And then I would say, well, and they trick you. It's so that you can only so then they arrested me. So then all of a sudden, you know what I mean? But the warrant that they had already waived, because I was there in court to find out which date is it the 23rd or the 24th, because I have two dates written down here, and I'm just trying to make sure that they can't put out a warrant on the 20th. I thought that if I didn't show up today, you know what I mean, the trickery, but I had already preempted them. So then they realized that I had preempted them. And then they still arrested me. I don't know if that makes any sense. It's a simple assault charge, common assault.
Interesting.
Yeah. But the guy is 6'6". I'm only like 5'10", 160, 65 pounds. This guy's 6'6", easily, at least 250. It maybe 260. He outweighs me by 100 pounds. So, when the cops showed up, I wouldn't get off. I said, no. This is a suspect. This is a civilian's arrest. I told security to call the police. I was the one, and they said, stop punching him in the head. I said, well, no, call the police. So, you know what I mean? I used to work for security companies and stuff. I've done civilian arrests before, but it is tricky business in Canada. Anyways, basically, I don't have enough melanin in my skin composition to be on the right side of the law in Surrey, BC.
Oh, so you're white.
Yes, but you see, it's worse than that because I'm actually Cree Métis. So I'm Cree Métis and Ukrainian. So I'm like the word that starts with an N and ends in an A of Eastern Europe. You know what I mean? They're killing my brothers back in the home country. It's a mega death. You know what I mean? So what's kind of like I would say it's maybe not so good to be Ukrainian per se. But anyway, so I'm what I mean, Cree Métis, but everybody says like you're that white guy who's been oppressing me. Get out of my bank. And it's like, well, get out of my dollar store. You can't. If they do this, if you go, Surrey is not Canada.
No, Surrey is not part of Canada. No, it's an autonomous region of India.
Yes, you understand what I'm talking about. It's like we're somewhere they're throwing the rockets, the unguided missiles are like going over there. They do it with the fireworks. It's like they do the fireworks to cover up the pistolas. So they're literally, they'll go and they'll drive in the car. They'll drop one guy off They'll go in front of the house, wait in the bushes. When they go down to the end of the block, they shoot off the fireworks. And then as the guy shoots the gun, they drive around the block and they think the guy runs back in. I've seen these sorts of things with my own eye. I've been like running the other direction and such like that. That you're like, so because I've called the police so many times in that interim period in between RCMP and Surrey Police, and I've given them the address, and then they've dispatched people to like the next street over, and so I've you know what I mean. Things have escalated, and then I'm not allowed to call the police anymore. Like it's beyond a blacklist.
Like, when I went, there was a guy harassing me in my town, and he sent me an illegal cease and desist order, basically telling him to shut my store down and get out of town. And I went to the police with the cease and desist order and says, "Is this real? Like, what's going on?" And the police basically told me that I'm wasting their time, and then and if I go back there, they're going to charge me for harassing the police.
Yes. I've had that. If you don't leave our police station, you're not going to get to speak to the supervisor. You're not going to get to find out what my name or badge number or anything is. If you don't leave now, you're going to get arrested. And you're like, what are you talking about? This is insane. I haven't said a swear word. I haven't, called any. I'm just like, okay, I don't think I'm, able to communicate with you. Maybe we're, missing each other. Is there just somebody else I can talk to? Oh no, you're Captain Evil. Yeah, well, so beyond that, all of a sudden, now you see what it was. I've never breached anything, right? And it's the person who was in front of me. I was just sitting there politely, and I ended up because when I said I've got a lawyer, but the lawyer, because of schedule, so I have to appear for myself. And oh well, you have a lawyer, I can't. And so she just tuned me out. And it's like, well, but so for the first appearance, and then so after I've been sitting there for 20, 30 minutes, she comes up and she says, "Oh well, your lawyer." That she does all this, fiddling around on her laptop on her nice $4,500 MacBook. He's at the airport now. He's like, yeah, I that's what I told you. He's not available today. It's just a first appearance, right? Well, it wasn't, because they already had this warrant. But like I said, it's a secret warrant that they don't actually process until you show up for your fingerprinting. Because I didn't show up for the fingerprinting, I'm like, if you guys know who I am, because if I call 911 and I'm like, this guy's breaking into this commercial site, right next to me, you guys say I can't call 911 anymore. And because, you know what I mean, the dispatches, because anyways, I don't mean to get too convoluted or tangents off, but, about the court. So all of a sudden, anyways, but the person who was in court in front of me, they were in custody. They were on a breach of the same order. They had breached in the same manner. They had contact with the same person. They had multiple breaches of the same order. They still haven't gone to trial yet. And the judge was letting that. Now they had to pay $1,000, but $500 before they could walk out that day. And surmisably, because it was Monday, they'd probably been since last week sometime. So at least 3 or 4 days. I don't know how. But they were in remand, and then the judge was able to work with them, and they were on the Zoom, and they had and it was all okay. And so I was like, okay, well, that gets so I'm just standing here, so this will be even easier. You know what I mean? No, because they didn't make it clear about this warrant until I actually stand in there like, so this is the warrant, and I'm waiving it. And it's the warrant for me getting arrested on December 31st. And I'm already there for my court date. So there's no reason for the warrant. It's a secret warrant. I don't know the numbers and stuff like that. When maybe when my lawyer does get working on this, and I'll be able to get him the paperwork or get him to give me the paperwork from back this, I'll be able to say it's like this 13302 thing that it's like, yeah, they can do it because, and so I only had one condition. There was no contact with this guy who, supposedly 6 or, larger, the guy who I supposedly assaulted. I now have 3, and now 2 of the conditions, but they said they were only going to add 1. So all morning, now that I'm under arrest, now they put me in, so I can only talk on the Zoom meeting, and then they say I'm doing that wrong. So then I thought I was going to talk to the duty counsel. And then I was lucky. I got this because I don't do drugs. I get, sometimes when you go to jail, you get extra sandwiches. So that's kind of a bonus, you know what I mean? So I got a free lunch out of the deal, which wasn't too bad. But I thought that I would get to speak to a duty counsel because, when I was in court, I refused the duty counsel. And that's what pissed off the blonde, the prosecutor, so that she wouldn't talk to me. And then in front of she had already interrupted in front of the judge. And I had already said, well, yeah, but we've already been over that. And I already told you that the lawyer's not available today, but he could be my lawyer. It just depends on the scheduling. And so, why am I going to jail for this? Okay, I guess so. So I got a free sandwich out of the deal. I'm talking to this guy, and then it's the whole open court again. So I'm trying to talk to the duty lawyer, but the judge keeps talking, and then she keeps saying these things that I can't really hear or understand. And then she's like, okay, he's not understanding this. Boom. So all the way from 9 in the morning till 5 at night, I was out at the bus stop. I got out of the jail quarter to 5, 4:45 or something. By the time that I'm turning my phone on, and I'm like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Oh, because but as I said, you know what I mean? It's the amount, but the thing is there's no there's no breach of conditions. There's no heartfelt sweetheart with the single mom with the kids who's needs 100 meters. You know what I mean? There's no story like that. The guy agreed with me when I said, well, have you read it in the report? Is any of that in the report? And he has to say, yes, everybody agreed with me. The whole way through, everything I said was and so I started calling them all blood-sucking, baby-eating, funny hat people. Per se. I didn't actually say that. I didn't mean to say that. I just mean to say that something like that I was saying a word that started with a B and sounded like a witch. And I had my 4 bailiffs and put me in handcuffs and take me in. And I'm like, okay, well, here we go. So, I guess if it's lunchtime, can I get some sandwiches? And they're like, you're taking this entirely too. You're taking this entirely too lightly, sir. I'm like, well, yeah, could you? And they were literally going to cut my backpack off my shoulder. I'm like, I've already been searched. Could you? And then to take that, I had to have one holding one arm, and put this arm up, and I'll take your backpack off. A shoulder satchel. So a merce, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
It was comical. If I had somebody to be there, it would be YouTube, and you could cut a 3-minute snippet out, and I mean, it was just Kafka himself in his dreams would be running around in these hallways, lost, and where are the paintings? Where are the paintings of the judges on the walls? And I don't think I actually said that to the judge. I think I was saying that, the thing about the Kafka in the hallways and the paintings of the judges, to just the bailiffs, because the judge had left the room by that point.
Mm-hmm.
But they got to go to lunch. It was just this is the last case before lunch. And now this is the guy, and I could see that they obviously, like, I had, I was like, we pushed the buttons. If you don't say the right thing and go, oh, I'll just take a wait until after lunch and talk to the duty council, because I didn't understand what they were meaning about this warrant, because it was not until I've been standing in front of them for more than 10 minutes. I was like, yeah, it's a first appearance, right? So it's about, I think I've already got a counsel, but he's not available today. It was that simple, but I ended up.
Sounds very confusing. All right. Well, thanks for clearing that up for us here tonight on Mike in the Night. And yeah, it's kind of like a dog chasing its tail around trying to get answers, and you know what I mean?
But, oh my God! Beyond the clown show. Mm-hmm. This is what Canada has digressed to, and you know what? Like I said, everybody who was there before me or around me I think they would qualify as a Caucasian, perhaps, if not old stock, older Canadian. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. That it's like, what's keeping you guys busy and employed is keeping us out of housing or relationships or mortgages, or God only knows what their reports in Surrey are doing to the next person. But it's beyond the Soviet Union. We're beyond. It's it's more neo or more modern than these so-called neo-Marxists or the communistas that follow this. You know what I mean? It's like neo-Leninism, I guess. I don't know. They're out at each other's throats. The knives are out in Canada now. I swear to God. It's crazy.
Yeah. All right. Well, thanks for updating us on that, because I read your comment and I had no idea what you were talking about. Now you've explained it to us, and I appreciate that. And we'll get you show in a couple of months. We'll get you a couple of weeks back on the show to update us on how that goes. Okay.
Oh, I got family court. That was my complaint. I'm like, well, I guess if I'm gonna be stuck here, I have family court on Thursday. So instead of calling a criminal lawyer, can I call the family law lawyer if I'm not gonna be there on Thursday?
Wow.
This is yeah. They let me out this afternoon, so I think this is the easy one. I have a family court hearing on Thursday. So I think on the Monday, I would say I don't know. Skip to Malou. Let's cross our fingers and toes, and
we'll pray for you. We'll pray and wish you good luck.
I really appreciate that Surrey is no longer Canada.
No, it's an autonomous region. It's an autonomous region of India.
Some Kashmiri, Khalistani.
Yep, that's what it is. The people make up the country. If the people there are those people, that's the country you're in.
It's something like that.
Yep, that's how it works. Like Mexico is Mexico because the people that live in Mexico are Mexican. Portugal is Portugal because the people that live in Portugal are Portuguese. And where you are, Surrey is considered India or whatever because the people that live there are Indian.
Yeah, but the thing is there's Pakistani Sikhs, there's Khalistani Sikhs, and then there's Indian Sikhs. And everybody calls people, but they don't call themselves Indian. You know what I mean? Once you start talking to them, it's I would say, just from personal experience, the Persians, that Iran apparently bombs away over Iran last weekend or next or something. It's like, well, actually the Iranians seem to be the most reasonable, normal regular type of people you can relate to from that part of the region.
Right.
Everybody else seems kind of, actually the Hindus seem, I've gotten able and get
Well,
along
same thing
and
when you go into Asia. Well, the whole world's Asia, but I mean, same thing when you go into Eastern Asia. There, you could deal with the Filipinos. They're hardworking. They're good family people. You could deal with the Japanese. They're loyal. You could deal with and then when you start dealing with the Chinese, you start noticing, hey, these people are scammers. You start noticing different cultures. Every culture has a different, a different little, like a little different quirk to them, right? So.
Anybody from Thailand's gonna kick your ass. Like that's where they have all the Mai Tai. Like, why would anybody believe that the Cambodia is gonna, like, you know what I mean? This is just ridiculous. Nobody's talking about that anymore. It's like, well, yeah, it took like all about like 15 and a half minutes, and then serious, like, ultra fighters from Thailand just kicked everybody's ass again. Like that's what always happens. Thailand, they'll just kick your ass. Like, I don't know why anybody would pick a fight with anybody from Thailand. That's just ridiculous. Or also the Philippines. The Filipinos, they may be short, but the mixed martial arts from the Philippines, like they are, you know what I mean? It's harness.
Yeah.
Filipino swordplay.
Yep, I saw that when I was there in the Philippines. Hello?
Oh, yeah.
I think we lost our caller. Hello? Sorry, guys. I was just showing you how our food is made, processed in India before it comes here. It's just videos I'm putting up on sometimes when some of the callers are talking. I don't want to interfere. So I just put up some videos here of food getting made in India. Here it is over here. What's this one? They're making something here. Oh, peanut butter. So there's your peanut butter, comes from India. There it is right there. Get in the bags. Barefoot guy. Heavy sanitation here. Heavy sanitation. Very big sanitation going on here, guys. Look at that nice fresh water. Look at that filtered water. Look at that bucket, man. It's got more mold on it than... There you go. Then they boil the peanuts. Then he adds a bag of, I don't know, what is that, sugar or whatever that is there. Then they go ahead and mix that, put that through. I guess they let it strain through those baskets. Look at the hygienics here. Holy, this top of the line hygienics. Well, they take it over here. I don't know what the hell they're doing here. I really don't know what these guys are doing. Oh, he shakes the dust off, I guess, and then he puts it into there. He sticks his hand in there. There you go. You start making peanut butter. Yeah, there's your Jif peanut butter, folks. There it is. There you go. That's how it's made. Hard workers, too. Look at that. Oh, they're going to make cookies here. Oh, look at his feet. I love the feet. Look at the feet. Man, I'll get this guy $40, man. I'm going to send this guy some money, man. Holy, look at that. I don't even think they wash these instruments when they're done. They just, like, kind of just, yeah. He takes the dough, spreads it out. Some used plastic over it. There you go. There's your cookies, folks. Oh, look at that. Oh, look at your perfumes. To go to a dumpster, grab some stuff. Got some good information there for you guys. I got some good information. Yeah. Woo! Yeah, guys. Well, it's Mike of the Night. It's kind of an interesting episode we're having tonight. I don't know. Very interesting episode. And who else is here tonight? There's lots here tonight, actually. We got quite a few people watching tonight. Next week we'll be here next Monday for Mike in the Night. Regular time, regular hours. The week after I should be going. I should go away for. I should take my. We should take a. I think we're gonna take a family trip. Now I'm thinking. I'm actually thinking now, going to Mexico now, because we saw all the destruction that's happening there. I think I might go to Mexico with the family. Art by Dano. I want to talk to Art by Dano. Maybe arrange something with him. Anyways, Art by Dano. Let's see if he picks up. I want to call him. I want to call Dano here. Hey, Paul Walker. How you doing, Paul Walker? Dano is not picking up his phone, ladies and gentlemen. I wanted to talk to him because I want to go down to Los Angeles area. Probably go see an Anaheim Mighty Ducks game with my son. Go see the LA Kings. You know, do some driving around. Yeah, let's all go to Mexico on a cheap flight, man. I'm going to check flights to Mexico now, man. I'm going to Mexico, boy. Oh, yeah, for March break, that's where I think I'm going to take my family, to Mexico. Woo! Yeah, I got my car out today. My Red Dragon. I got the Red Dragon out today. Dano's asking to call again. Let's call Dano here on Mike in the Night.
Hello.
Hey Dano, how you doing, buddy?
Hey man, I'm all right, man. Let me turn my. I can barely hear you. Let me turn off the my computer there. You hear me, man?
I hear you perfect, brother.
Yeah, I barely hear you. I don't know why. Let me see if I can get my speaker on or something. It's weird. Shit. Oh
Dano
well.
is not really the technical type guy, right?
Oh, are you kidding me, man? I can barely tie my shoelaces. Is that technical?
No, it's actually it's repetitive, is what it is. Dano,
Yeah.
I might be going down. I don't know if I'm debating if I'm going to drive down and spend a week and a half in LA. I was going to stay in the Huntington Beach hotel area there, in the hotels there.
Yeah, let me know. I'm only there usually on every other weekend, so I gotta time it right. You know what I mean?
Well, worst
So
case
if you're
scenario,
here during the week, I'm in Camarillo till usually. Usually I go down on Saturdays or Sundays, but Sundays are usually better for me. But if you come like in the middle of the week, I won't be in Huntington Beach. You have to meet me somewhere else if
you're
you
gonna
end up
have
in
to.
LA
Well,
during
what
the
you
week.
could do, I'll tell you where I'm going to be staying, what hotel. You could just come and get me, right?
Yeah, we could do that. Yeah, just let me know. So when do you come? When do you plan on coming down? Then what days?
Well, March break is in like like another week and a half, 2 weeks.
Oh shit, it's that soon, Yeah, just let me know. We can line this up. I gotta work with my son's schedule, his work schedule, because I can't.
Okay.
You know, my wife my wife is disabled, as you know, so I gotta really work everything. I'll make sure that there's a nurse here with her for a few hours, or at least my son while I do that, or like the days I go to Huntington Beach, those are the days my kid stays with her, right? So.
Well,
So
let me time it so it's on a Sunday. Now that I know.
yeah, Sunday's the best, but I will. I mean, look, I don't get to see you very often, dude. So we'll make it work by hook or by crook. I just gotta know a few days ahead of time, 2 or 3 days ahead of time. That's all.
Well, you'll know. I'll be making videos when I arrive in Los Angeles. Anyway, I'll be making videos.
Are you running for governor of California? Is that why you're coming down?
No, I'm just gonna come down and just check things out and.
Well, you could do a better job than Gruesome Newsom. You should run.
Dude, a Care Bear, a monkey in a suit could do a better job.
Oh man, it's you got to see the well if you go to the LA area for a day, we can like do the whole cruise, even all the way from like where I'm at. We can take the PCH all past the Palisades and Zuma Beach and the burned out areas. You'd get a kick out of that, you know. So
yeah, we could do that. I'm bringing my van, so there's space for 2 more, so you could come like with us.
that'll be awesome. Well, we'll make it work by hook or by crook. I just got to get somebody, you know, to take care of my home situation while we're doing it. That's all.
Yeah, I don't want to put you out either. I just, you know.
No, man, be great to see you. You know, I'm looking forward to it. We'll have a really good time. You know, you have a good time, man. It'd be nice to meet you coming out with the whole family, or just your wife, or one of your.
I found
wow.
I found a decent hotel to stay in by the beach there, like right on the beach.
Yeah, there's a lot. Huntington Beach downtown has a lot of options, man. And, you know, some are kind of highbrow, some are just you know, decent. You don't have to go. I don't know what your budget is for that, but there's a lot of options in Huntington Beach.
It's just It's just south. Like for me, it's only 30 minutes to Anaheim to go watch a game there at the Honda Center with my son. And then
yeah, that's right.
Yeah, and then to go to downtown Hollywood Walk of Fame is only 40-minute drive anyway. So it's
if you time it between rush hours, right? You know, you can't be driving like into Hollywood from Orange County in rush hour, man. That's all. Yeah, you know how LA is, man. You've been to LA, right? You know how the driving is here. Or have you been to LA, right?
Yes, I like years and years ago. I
mean, the traffic is still horrendous on the wrong times of the day.
I did a stopover in LA, and I ended up spending 6 hours there on a stopover last year from the Philippines.
Yeah, LA's it's a crapshoot. It's got everything. It's got the best of the best and the worst of the worst all at the same time, and they could be 3 blocks apart, right?
Could we maybe one time we'll time it so it's perfect, because if I'm there for a week and a half or 2 weeks, I want to really go and drink in LA.
Well, yeah, I mean, we could do that. I mean, you know, certain parts of LA are not the. I know where some good places are, you know, but some places I wouldn't bring your family to. You know what I mean?
Me and you go for a drink.
Oh, me and you. Yeah, man. No, we'll figure it out. We can make that work.
Yeah, it'll be good. Drinking in LA. That's one thing I've always wanted. Ever since I heard that song, Drinking in LA.
Oh, you mean walk in LA?
No, drinking. What am I doing drinking in LA, right? And
no kidding, yeah. Well, LA is, you know, it's. I don't know, man. I mean, I still really like California. Because all the shit, you know. It's just there's nothing like it. It's just that you got to kind of get on a roll here, right? That's all. I mean. But the end, like I said, my industry's in a real kind of a shit show right now. But what can I tell you? You'll see when you come down here, you know. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll come down to your booth. I'll check it out.
Yeah. Well, yeah, you always have a good time at HB. Yeah. I mean, you're
sure at Huntington Beach. I'll make sure I'm going to spend the whole Sunday there. I'm going to go with the Sunday with the family. We're going to be on the beach. We're going to be at your kiosk. We're going to be walking around. We're going to, whatever. We'll be there when you're there, you know.
Yeah, man. No, that'll be the best way to do it. That way, you know, that's the most efficient way to do it, actually, you know, because, like I said, I'm like, I live like, oh, man, where I'm at Camarillo, it's almost a 2-hour drive for me, you know, hour 45 minutes at the least to Huntington Beach. So So it's like you got to make one or the other, right? Either meet me in LA or meet me at HB. But to do both at the same day, there's no way you could pull it off, right?
No, there's not enough hours in the day.
Yeah, you know.
But
yeah, that'll be a lot of fun, dude. Oh man, I'll have to tell my buddy D-Man you'll be coming in too.
you
You
gotta
know.
let D-Man know Mike Martins is coming to town.
Oh yeah, you're gonna be like the Hefe coming and we'll give you the whole entourage and the what do you call it? The what do they?
I know what you're saying. I know what you're
The
saying. Yeah.
entourage, the paparazzi, the whole what's the word for it? The posse. You need the posse, right?
Yeah. Or no. What was that TV show that went that went for a while? Oh, with those guys, Entourage.
Yeah, Mark Wahlberg was behind it, right? I know what you're saying. It was an entourage, yeah.
Entourage, that's what it is, an entourage.
Yeah, they still made decent shows, man.
Yeah, they don't make shit anymore.
Oh, it's just don't get me started, dude. It's just the best stuff is what people are doing ourselves. The future is just people are doing their own productions and going straight to YouTube and your own distribution. That's the future anyway, you know. Yep. So that's what I'm doing with my cartoon, man. My Let's Go Bananas cartoon.
I played it the one you sent me. I actually played it on the show.
Oh wow, really? Which one was that? I can't remember.
The one you sent me in the link with the bananas one where they were arguing.
Oh yeah. Well, the next one's coming on in a couple of days, man. The next episode. So
I even shared it on my YouTube, on my share.
Oh wow, thanks, man. Yeah, I do those with my sons, man. We have a lot of fun, and it's it's limited animation, but they're really fun characters. It's a fun cartoon. The whole family can watch them too. You know, it's not like a bunch of crap, political crap in it.
Artbydano.com, not your typical.
Yeah, Grindhouse cartoons.
Yeah, let me find it here for everyone to see what I'm talking about here. Dano's cartoons. There you go.
Grindhouse cartoons. If you folks like it, just like and subscribe. There's all kinds of stuff there I've done over the years.
Wait, I gotta find you though, because the problem is what happens is you get buried in here with all the I know what your logo looks like. I know what it looks like when I see it.
Yeah.
It's a very memorable logo, but it just
for Grindhouse cartoons.
Yeah, it gets buried though in the.
It's like a black circle with a.
I know.
Yellow lettering, kind of horror movie style. Yeah. Yeah. Hardest Wheels in Town is the last one I put up. That's the first. I'm doing the second part of that right now.
There it is. All right,
cool.
Guys. Here's Art by Dano, Grindhouse cartoons. I'm going to give you a link. If you're watching this on YouTube, if you could respectfully go over and respectfully subscribe to him, please.
Oh, thanks, Mike. That's awesome, dude.
There it is. Grindhouse cartoons. I just left it for you guys there in all the chats. And the banana one is this one here I played. Beets versus Bananas.
Oh, yeah, that's a fun one, man. A terrible turnip. Yeah, Hottest Wheels in Town Part 1 is pretty funny, too. That one. I'm doing a Part 2 to that right now, so... Yeah, thanks, man. I got plenty of other stuff, too, like Chicken Rat on that. I got a... Chicken Rat's a funny show, too. But, yeah, if you guys like it, all the Mike and the Night fans, give me a shout-out or like and subscribe. I really appreciate it, Mike. Mike's a good dude.
There he goes. There's a link there, guys. Respectfully, everyone go over to YouTube and subscribe to Dano. He's been a long-time listener on this show, and he's been a long-time caller on this show, and he's been a long-time everything on this show. And
you're a good friend, Mike. You're a good dude, man.
Oh, there's this Simpsons SB test.
Yeah, I'm trying to get a job on Simpsons, but man, it's such a hard project to get on. There's people have been working on that show for 30 years, and somebody has to literally drop dead to create an opportunity to get on. Yeah, man, but I'm not giving up on that. I'd love to do a couple episodes of Simpsons and storyboard. That's as a storyboard artist,
I see it. I'm watching it now. Yeah, this would be so cool for you, Dano, if you could jump on something like this.
Yeah, it's all, like I said, there's a lot of politics in the industry. You gotta, what's up, my dad used to always tell me, it's not what you know, it's who you know, kid.
That's right, and he was very right about that. Yeah.
Yeah, but I know Mike, so that's what counts, man. That's what counts, huh?
Yeah, but I will be drinking in LA with Dano, and I'll be making videos, Dano, with you.
Oh man, I better get a haircut then. You're dressing my Sunday best.
I'll get yeah, yeah, we're gonna have some fun, man. I really wanna just one day, we'll figure it out. We gotta be like in
Well,
time.
there's some great bars too in Huntington Beach, man. I can take you to Fred's. I can take you to Aloha Grill. I could take you to Second Floor. My usual hangouts in Huntington Beach, and it's cool because we could just walk place to place. You don't have to worry about parking and shit there, right? Because I have my designated parking space there. That's downtown Huntington Beach, so that's one way to kill two birds in one stone, right? But
That's good. Yeah, we'll do that.
you know.
Yeah.
You can tell your family to go to the beach for a couple of hours, and we can go for a drink, right?
Yeah, that's what we'll do. That's exactly what we're gonna do. Yeah, that's exactly it.
And hopefully the weather will be good when you come that weekend, man. The weather's been kind of all over the place the last couple of months. Like it's we've had actually even a lot of rain on and off in the last couple of months, believe it or not. So
well, hopefully it'll clear up for me.
Yeah, man, and that's all right. We'll figure it. We'll have a good time, man. We'll figure it out.
It's gonna be good. The kids are gonna be in the water. I could see it already. Dano.
Yeah, man. It's
nice where I am, dude. I got my car, my Red Dragon. I got it out today. I put the battery in.
Oh, right on the vet.
Yeah, it's good to go. I'm driving it all day today. I was just driving around all day today, checking the fluid levels. I think it
cool,
feels,
man.
Yeah, I feel like the power steering's low, and I feel like the it looks like my what do you call it? Rad fluid might be low, so I'm gonna keep.
Yeah, man. Get your oil changed too. You know the drill.
Usually, 3rd of March, the 3rd day of March is when I insure the car like for the year. But you know what? I just insured it today, and it was really nice out today. So, I'm just gonna enjoy it for the next 9 months.
Yeah, man, that's badass. It's yeah, enjoy it, man. Top down.
Mm-hmm. The roof comes right off. So
hot shoe burning down the avenue.
Yep. But anyways, yeah, I just wanted to touch base with you so you know that I know that you know.
Yeah, no, man. Let me know at least a couple days ahead. That's all, because I gotta plan it.
You'll be seeing videos of me You'll be seeing me put up videos on my trip while I'm on my way down there. So
yeah, okay, cool. Yeah, I'll keep an eye on that. And you can always, my home number, right? You can call me anytime or through Instagram. So yeah.
Right on, Dano. Artbydano.com, artbydano.net. Guys, don't forget to subscribe to his channel, please. And
Grindhouse cartoons, yeah.
and when I get down there, I'm going to teach you a way. I'll teach you some little YouTube tricks that I've picked up the last couple of months.
Oh yeah,
yeah. Because
your Instagram posts are killer, man. You're really getting the knack of those. They've been great. Your Instagram posts, your quick ones.
Yeah, the quick ones are doing really well. So
yeah, no, there's a system to all of this. I learned how to use clickbait too, even for my own stuff. It's just the way it is. That's what people respond to. Yeah, that's the way it is, right?
Yeah, it's just it's not even the clickbait. It's I found the trick, and I'll teach you in person how to do it. I'll show you on my phone what I'm doing, and I just passed 102,000 subscribers on YouTube.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's awesome, man. Yeah, I don't have a lot of subscribers. I kind of just started this venture seriously, but yeah, man. Yeah, that'd be great. Yeah. Are you kidding me?
I'll show you what I'm doing, and you'll be like, oh, okay, so that's how it works. And it took me a while, but I figured it out, right? So yeah.
Well, cool, man. You deserve it, man. You're a veteran. You were doing it before Joe Rogan, or damn near, right?
Oh, yeah. We were doing, remember, trends in the housing markets.
That's where I first discovered you. I was working on a show in a studio in Hollywood where I kind of stumbled across you. Were doing trends in housing. It must have been 2018 or something.
Earlier than that.
First discovered you. Maybe sooner, but
yeah, we stopped doing it in 2018.
Oh, really? So I must have just maybe 2017, and then it took me a couple of years to call in, though. When you started doing Mike in the Night, that's when I called in, right?
That was 2018. We started Mike in the Night.
Oh, right. Was it? Yeah. Wow, man, time flies. Jeez, and the last 5 years have been just insane, man. And whoa.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyways, Dano, All right, I just wanted to touch base with you. We'll keep in touch, and I'll let you know what's going on. Okay, buddy?
Sounds good. Thanks, bro. I really appreciate it.
God bless you.
All right.
Bye.
Great show as usual tonight, man.
Thanks. All right, that's Dano. Good. I wanted to clear that up with him so he knows. So I'm debating on the teeter. Should go to LA, go to Mexico, like kind of, Mexico flights are going to be super cheap, and I should take advantage going to Guadalajara or something, or going to Acapulco, maybe go to Acapulco or somewhere, because everyone's going to be scared of Mexico all of a sudden for a while. And I can jump in and take total advantage of Mexico. Yeah. Yeah. But, okay, who else is here? All right. All right. All right, who else is here? Yeah, be nice, to get some messages in from you guys. It's nice getting messages in from you guys through the week. It's really nice. The conversation messages are good. I get so many reels. Holy shit. Like 10,000 reels a day, like that whole Acapulco one. Luckily, Eduardo was in Acapulco, not Acapulco, in Jalisco there, in Guadalajara. Thank God he was there to clear this shit up for us. Holy crap. Fuck, don't take sides, man. It's all bullshit. It's all bullshit. Praise the Lord Jesus Christ. Amen. Praise the Lord Jesus Christ. Right here. I got my rosary. Right there. It's all bullshit. Rip Torn's in the house. Sandy for Freedom's in the house. Tony Lynch is in the house. Lots of respect from the Republic of Ireland. God bless you, Tony. Yeah, I'm going to be on the road. I don't know. Road trip with the family or fly to Mexico. Take advantage of the cheap deals. It's a really tough decision. Very tough decision to make. Anyways, okay, guys. I'm going to wrap it up here tonight on Mike of the Night for episode 638. Sorry, guys, at the beginning of the show, I was so off my mark. I couldn't read. I couldn't pronounce 2 words. I don't know what the hell was wrong with me. But at the beginning of the show, I was so locked up, and I don't know why. The first 40 minutes of the show, I was so off my game. Like I just walked off of a jet-lagged plane and haven't slept in 30 hours. But I feel good now. Scared of what? We're all on borrowed time anyway. That's true, Craig Cook. Craig Cook is right. We're on borrowed time. Borrowed time is what we are on. Thanks, Dino Bravo, for being in the comments tonight. Who else is here? Yeah. Raven's here tonight. Woo! Raven.
You're talking about all man.
Yeah, Raven's here tonight in the chat. Who else is here? Maybe we should get the Raven on next week. We haven't had him on in like 3 months. And get an update from him. And then who else? Who we haven't had on in a while? We like to cycle through people, right? We only do 4 shows a month anyway. This month of March is going to be short. So it's going to be a short month. So yeah, Raven's saying he'll see me next week. Next weekend, what am I doing? I'm going to be up in Clearwater. I got a hockey tournament with my son all weekend long. So next weekend I'll be there, but I'll be here for Monday for you guys. Don't worry. Nobody panic. I'll be here. All right. Thanks to Black Deplorable, Eduardo, Glenn. I think it was Glenn for calling in. All you guys for Mike of the Night. And Dano, last caller, thank you. And, yeah. All right, guys. We're on the 9th week of 2026. Episode 638 of Mike of the Night. Thanks for watching. Take care, and if you can't take care, stay safe. Mike Martin's here. I have spoken.